4G up, when you see me, I'm getting dope. On 4G up, on 4G up, on 4G up.
4G Audio Podcast. Amen, say amen. So I just got one thing to say real quick before we get going. And I know I told you guys this before, but in case some of you guys are new, and I know you are, chainsaws were invented for childbirth, actually.
You say chainsaws?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I questioned that fact.
Yeah.
Also,
Can you elaborate?
It can't be true.
We'll get into it. Any motherfucking way. I'm Stylez the Prophet.
I'm Raz Holmes, good.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together with the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. That's it. I guess I just named it. But any motherfucking way. What are we right now? 268 or something?
267.
7. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I always do that. Okay, all right. I got to figure out how to do this. So we have a special guest tonight. We'll get into it. Lots of things to talk about. He's not a one-dimensional person. Shit. Anyways, so we're going by Jessy Deelishus in the building.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shit,
What's up,
man.
boys? Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. Thanks for coming out,
Appreciate
man.
it.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Better now that I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, sick, man.
Yeah.
I just figured like so sometimes I was gonna say I won't put you guys in this, but I go on for a little while before we actually like introduce the guests, and I was like. Feel like with that comment I made at the start there, you had a question. I'm like, we better introduce him so we can be like, let's get into it. Yeah. So the funny thing is the reason why I say that is because like so before I used to have a thing where like I would always say we'd be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, we're on, right? And like just in that like little bit of time there was silence, and I would just say like a little fact or some shit, and it would like come on, and we'd continue, right? But I just watched whatever episode that was on. I just saw like the first clip of it, and I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, because that's fucking true. And the other day I was working and there was a guy at the bar and he looks at me and goes, man, he's like, you know what I found out the other day? He's like, I heard fucking this. I said, man, I'm like, it's weird because like literally it was like a day or two before that I saw this intro. And so tonight I was like, no, I'm just going to say it because I feel like, but yeah, apparently that's an actual, I mean like, I heard it somewhere, but then I Googled it and like, I guess it's like actually real. There wasn't much description, and I can't tell you exactly what the use is.
It's like
but
you're picturing the most violent C-section ever.
I was like, can you tell me the use? But
well, yeah, there was no pictures or descriptions.
Cut the umbilical cord?
But I think we like, that's it, yeah. That's like the most innocent thing you could think of.
That's fun.
I hope it's not.
I can't even picture that in my brain, bro.
But apparently it's true, and like...
That's for when the baby doesn't look like you.
But like, yeah, oh my God. Oh no!
Hey, you got to think it was a different time back then, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Hopefully, it was a long time ago. Yeah, but like at one point, did they go? Hey, we could probably cut trees down with that. I don't know.
They snipped the leg off by accident or something?
Yeah, like oh shit, yeah, that went through the bone real quick, man. What? God
Oh,
damn.
that's too good.
But yeah, no, like I said, I figured we'd get right into it because I would explain to everyone. But I also want to say happy Friday to everyone. The thing is I'm so used to saying happy Friday, and I should just know when to say happy Friday. But I had to like figure it out. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers from
Cheers.
over here.
Cheers.
Wi-Fi cheers.
Cheers.
Wi-Fi
What are you drinking over here? What's this one?
Mm.
Yeah, what's this one?
My dad's been drinking these weird ass fucking weed drinks, so I had one like yesterday. Shit was bomb. So I'm gonna be one of those weird guys drinking
Do they taste like
weed
weed?
drinks. No,
No?
it
What's the
tastes
flavor
just
of
like
it?
a lemon seltzer.
Okay.
It tastes just like a fucking like lemonade.
Well, once you said
Does it do what it says on the can? Like, does it actually do anything?
It's like 10 milligrams mg. That's
All right, so you need to drink like fucking like a bunch of them.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta drink like 8 of these.
Well, yo, I was introduced to a drink that has 30 milligrams. It's like 10 milligrams of Delta 9 and then 20 milligrams of Delta 8. It's just whatever. Doesn't even really matter. But the Delta 9 just doesn't have the other cannabinoids in it. The Delta 8 would. But short story long is it had 30 milligrams. And like my friend owns a store and she's like, my fucking husband, like he drinks these, they fuck him up. And he's like, big guy. Like, whatever, I'll try it, yeah. And I sat there and I was like as fucking sober as I could be, I think. And I fucking drank it. And I was sitting there with my fucking brothers watching a movie. And I'm going like this. And I'm literally trying to like lift my head and open my eyelids, and I'm like, holy shit, man. I'm like, that thing fucked me up, I guess, man. So like the thing is like with the, especially with the legal shit, it's like nano THC, whatever, blah blah blah. But the reason why I asked you what flavor it is because you're like my dad. I'm like, shit, man, it's the same company, but my dad drinks they're like beer. It tastes like beer. Wow, like kind of. Tastes like beer, but it's a THC drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
My dad used to get me these gummies. I don't know where the fuck he got them from, but they were 250 mil each gummy.
Did he make them?
Nah, they were like in a fucking straight like professional package, man.
250 each gummy.
250
How many
each
gummies in the
gummy,
thing?
bro. It'd be like 5 or like
Okay,
whatever,
yeah.
depending on the size of the pack. You get 10 packs and shit like that. But like, bro, you'd have to like bite a corner off one of them, you know, because
Yeah.
they're fucking strong, man. And like,
Did you ever eat a whole one?
oh hell yeah. Oh
Whoa.
hell yeah. Like I always handled my edibles like really well. I used to like make cookies and shit a lot. Like I used to like take all the shake from the bag and like make shit, like, you know, and like and share with friends and shit. And like we got pretty fucked up a few times, but yeah, the edibles never like hit me too hard.
Pull up on your
Yeah,
mic too,
I
bro.
never found. Appreciate it, man.
Pull up on your mic a bit too.
Oh yeah, I never found edibles really like touch me that much. Like I remember making some back in the day, like muffins and cookies and shit, like in high school.
Yeah.
And I felt like they like would reach me, but like I'm just like tired, fall asleep. And then like nowadays, like man, I remember I guess it's a few years ago still, but I would go to the reserve.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different dispensaries, whatever. Yeah, and I go there, and I get like a bunch of shit. Like it's an hour away, so I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna fucking come here, spend $300-$400, right?
Yeah.
Boom, buy a bunch of shit. Man, I like just walking out of the store, I'd eat 500 milligram chocolate bar. Then like I'd drive down the fucking road and I'd take a gram of distillate, which is like anywhere from like 800 to like 950 milligrams THC. Take the whole thing. Yeah, like
To
heat
the
it, you know,
base.
heat it up, fucking take it. So then like, you know,
You're just
I'm
built
fucking,
different though.
That's when the
But-
car starts floating
like,
away from
man,
the road.
Sometimes I'd be like 2,500 milligrams, whatever. And like, again, like, or I shouldn't say again, but like, I get it. Like, I'm not like, boom, boom, boom. Like, it's not like I took it right now all at once. So it's like, okay, yeah, 10 minutes later, I took this, yeah, whatever. But at the same time, like, I should feel something at some point, you know? And like, so I've had days
This
where
is
I'm
too
like,
fucking
man,
high
I
all the
took
time.
this.
You just don't know the difference,
I'm
man.
like, I took this, and I'm like, the worst thing that happened is I was like, man, I think maybe I'm gonna go home and go to bed. I'm tired, you know, like it's just like I feel tired, whatever. But like,
I think if anybody fucking I've ever met needs one of those like toxicity breaks or whatever it is,
tolerance
breaks, I should
breaks,
say.
yeah,
Yeah, it's you for sure.
I'm gonna get one, yeah. Here in I'm gonna have a week here, but the other thing is so they have nano THC, right? Which is like, so what they do is they take the product and it's a ultrasonic fucking like.
They do science to it.
Vibrates, yeah. So it vibrates and it makes the molecules smaller, right? So then like our body can take the smaller molecules in. So then we get like that 50 milligrams is 50 milligrams, whereas like any other shit, you're not getting that whole thing, right? Like, so it's the same as like even eating food, right? You're like, hey, that's like 30 grams of protein,
Yeah.
this piece of chicken or whatever, right? But like you might only get like 18 grams of protein out of that, right? The way your body digests it, right? So the thing is you're not getting that full THC. So with the nano THC, so my dad bought these fucking gummies. There's 5 gummies in the thing. They're like little diamonds. It was 200. No, there's 6. Sorry, and it was 200 milligrams a piece. And I ate one of them, man. And I swear, man, it felt like that first little bit of like mushrooms or something, or like that first little bit of like MDMA, where it's like the lights are brighter and like, you know, just little this. I go, whoa, wait a second. I'm like, something's up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like, so my point is that it's like I find like edibles don't touch me, but then like I do like some of the legal shit too. Like I have these they're literally just pills, bro.
Yeah.
But they're called moon rocks. They look like little moons. They're like divots in them, and each one is 10 milligrams. There's 50 of them in a thing, so I'll eat like 10 of them. And like, and so, but the thing is like.
What you
a
did
snack,
before you
know?
came here?
But no, just like this. But yeah, the point is, I find that the nano or like the science fucking shit is better. Like the legal or like the nano, like because they do it right?
Bro, like the shit they do with weed these days is
Oh my
off
God.
the hook, man. Like back in the day, like you guys all know, you'd like fucking meet a guy behind the fucking Max Milk, and you get a bag of fucking weed, and it's
Max
like brown.
Milk too, not
you know, like,
Max
yeah, it's
Milk.
Or
fucking-
like was that before that? Was it Becker's before
Right,
that?
yeah, there's fucking, I forgot Circle K now, yeah, but like, yeah, your fucking weed would be all brown and shit, and you'd be like, what the fuck? But you'd buy it anyways, and you smoke it with your boys anyways, and wouldn't get you high or nothing. And now I go to like, you know, my mom's place to visit. Sorry, mom, but she's got a fucking dab rig. Like she's smoking shatter at the fucking, you know, just in the crib, like, and I'm like, she's like, you want to try? And I'm like, all right, cool. Like I didn't have that shit before I tried with her, and fuck, man, that blew me away, bro. It, like, knocked my socks off, man. Like that shit's
Wait,
crazy.
she introduced you to shatter?
Yeah, my mom's, bro. Like,
That's pretty funny, actually.
yo, it's fucking crazy, man.
That's
And,
crazy.
like, you know, now I'm doing like what you said. I'm taking that like toxicity break, and like, you know, I like fully quit now for like a month, and
You got a month right now?
I'm at a month, a little bit over a month or something like that. And like,
And what was the whole goal with that, or like what was the?
well,
idea
honestly,
behind
like,
that?
you know, like, I've always like taken a little break here and there, just like when I felt like it. Like it just kind of like, I don't know, I got bored or something and like dropped it. But this time's crazy. Like, I knew I wanted to do it. I've been smoking a lot of bong at home. You know, like, like not a lot of joints and shit like that, and it like kind of carries over to the next day when you're doing that, right? And like, like I you know, I met someone like super cool and, you know, super special, and she's totally cool with like blazing and stuff. But I noticed like when I'm hanging out with her, I like stop listening, and like I'm not hearing shit the same way, and I'm like not communicating like the way I want to communicate. And I was just like, I think she's cool enough that I need to like give her like a little more attention, right? So I like slowed down a little bit, and then I would just cut it off, and like. It's been going real good. Like, yo, my days have been getting. I'm busy as fuck now. Like, I'm on a fucking podcast today. I was at a dance class last night. I was at an open mic the night before.
What kind of dance class?
Like, bachata and salsa, baby, bro. And like, highly recommend. Like, and I've never done that before. Like, so I'm like,
highly
like
recommend.
2 left feet, like, you know, and like, so I go into like there's the.
Was that
other,
something you've
like
always wanted to do, or was that just like a whim thing?
Well, I've always been interested in like Latin dancing.
Okay.
I always think it's really cool, really sexy, like, you know, sensual and stuff like that. So bachata.
Bachata.
Sounds like a bread.
Bachata, like
Bachata, yeah.
Sounds like a
and then
bomb.
salsa, like everybody knows salsa, right? And like, you know, so like it's cool when you go to the classes, man, because they like split everybody up. They say if this is your first time, or if you're like, you know, a beginner, go to this side. You know, if you're intermediate, go to this side, and they like split everybody up in groups, right? And like, so I always go to like level 1 because I'm still pretty new at it. And like, it's dope, man, because like they teach you some steps, and then like everybody kind of gets in a circle. There's leads and follows. So like guys are leads, girls are follows. For the most part, like sometimes they switch up, but
do you get to use like a Spanish accent and stuff?
you could try, like, yeah.
I'm not going to. But
There's
like,
a lot of Spanish people there, so I don't know if I would like, you know,
Oh,
pull
yeah.
that off. But like,
Yeah.
what's cool about it is like you switch partners like all the time.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
it's like, you know, every minute you're like switching partners and stuff like that, and it's cool. So you kind of get to feel how everybody dances, and like, you know, and it's a lot of fun because you meet a lot of people. You're
Sounds like an
laughing because you're
orgy,
stepping
man.
on each other's feet and stuff, bro. It's like
the 4G orgy.
it's sexy, but like. And it's cool, but like everybody has this like respect, you know, because like you're touching
Yeah.
people, you're close, you might be like sweating and stuff like that. And, like,
Yeah. Yo,
I
you're
feel like I'm like
like-
way too
I'm definitely
introverted to
sweating.
want to like be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to a dance class.
that's why I say
Yeah.
you should go.
right.
Honestly, that's why I say you should go
Ooh,
because like
challenges
Just like
though.
break the ice, you know.
it's
just,
like well,
But I'm
it-
kind of
it-
extroverted. And I feel like I would be like I'm kind of like shy to do that even.
honestly, like, and I
say
recommend
you
it. I recommend everybody try
Well, to
it,
do
man.
that, I mean,
Yeah.
like I would be like timid, or like I would be like a little bit intimidated to do that.
So like, shout out to Vibe Salsa. That's the place I go because they like really help you.
Whoa,
with that, man.
whoa, cut that out.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're
Yeah.
not playing. No, I'm just joking. I'm just
Well,
joking. Say it again if you
they
want.
like really help you with that, you know,
Yeah?
and they tell you
Where's
like,
it at?
you know, the one I go to is at the church on, it's like on Cumberland and Wilbrod, like it's like in between Cumberland. It's
right downtown.
Yeah, right downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in the basement of this church. They got this huge dance floor, lots of space. Like it's really really cool, man. And it's like you don't have a choice. Like you go over to your group and they're like, all right, ask somebody to dance. And like you just kind of like okay, and like there's girls there like please ask me to dance, you know, and like so it's like okay, so you just go put your hands out and they're
It's
like
like
okay,
the guys and the girls on either
and
side
then
of
like
the gym.
literally they show you like a step, and like 30 seconds later they're like all right, high five and rotate. You just give them a high five and you go to the next person,
Oh,
right? And you
sick.
just keep switching and keep switching and keep switching. And it's like everybody's learning the same thing, and that's why it's cool, you
Yeah.
know. So there's no pressure to like you know like try and make friends or like anything like that, like you know. But like it was really really cool. By the end of the night, like I'm like smiling like my ear to ear and just like having so much fun,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like I honestly started this because you know the person I told you that I met is like a competitive like dancer like that.
Oh,
and
say
like
word.
yeah, like and I go and I watch them dance, and I'm like, fuck, that's impressive. Like that's really cool. I'd like to be able to do that, you know. And like
Yeah.
you know, so I just started doing that, and it's man, it's a lot of fun. Like I highly recommend. Like I said, yeah,
cool.
definitely.
How many times you done that?
I'm on like the third class is coming up. Like
Dang, okay.
you know, and like
So you're on the intermediate side now?
negative.
You're like middle of the gym now?
Negative, man. No, I'm still level 1, man. Like
they've only given them the second
you know,
step.
like it's one of those things. Like it's one of those things. If you just go to the classes, you'll like slowly get better, and you'll get it. But if you don't practice a little bit, like you should do like 10 minutes a day at home, kind of thing. Like if you don't practice a little bit, you're back to step 1, you know. And like that's what's cool about it, because every week you could just go to level 1 if you want, like you know. And, like
What do you
move
mean?
up,
Like, is it a different class, level 1, or like?
No, it's like the same place, but they just like split you up in
You
groups.
just stay over there.
Yeah, exactly. They split level 1's over here, level 2's over there, level 3's over there, and then after they've done the classes, they have the social after. And the social's really cool too, because like that's where everybody that's when the music starts blaring, the lights go down, and like basically the dance orgy happens, you know. And like
man.
yeah, man. So it's like
I might come, man.
it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested, man, just shoot me a message. I'll meet you there, man. Like it's good. It's on Thursdays. They have one on Tuesday at a smaller place, but I like to go to the Thursday one. It's at the church. And
Okay, yeah.
yeah, man. Like
And God's there, like chaperoning and stuff.
oh yeah, man.
So it's
maybe
a little safer.
maybe your next episode you're showing clips of your dancing and like
man.
hey.
You can go vlog that too, yeah. The pull up, man.
Yeah, man.
We
no.
should revive the pull up though still.
That's it. Facts.
So I mean, I feel like when I say this, I'm kind of like stepping back and like whatever, and we're talking about a lot of stuff. But so you, so you're from the city? You grew up in the city?
Yeah, I'm like Ottawa born and raised.
Yeah.
Kind of a little all over the place. But
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say we discussed earlier, like
Uh,
different neighborhoods and stuff like that. So you've been all over.
yeah, I'm like an Overbrook kid, you know.
Yeah,
little ghetto kid, you know. Like
Oh, see, earlier you
Yeah.
said OB, and I didn't
OB,
realize
yeah.
Overbrook.
OB,
Okay,
yeah.
makes sense. Okay, yeah.
yeah, man. So I'm from there, and like you know, now I live out in the country, you know, on a little farm, like so it's like kind of cool, but like you know, my roots are still
Yeah.
I'm still there, like
And so you do music, you play guitar and stuff,
Yep.
and sing and whatever.
Yep.
And like, what was like, so like growing up, what was the earliest like music just hit you that right way? You know what I mean? You heard a song and like that was it. That's where like music.
It's funny, like I always wanted to do it, like, and I remember my first things, like I always wanted to be a singer, you know, and like I remember my first things that like my first albums that I got were like, you know, so like I'm embarrassed to say, but was like Black and Blue Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
And Spice Girls Spice World, you know, and I'd rock out to that shit. And I think my next one was like Forgot About Dre or The Chronic. I think that was my next one, you know. Like,
You can't go to The Chronic from the Spice Girls,
right? It's
bro.
crazy, right? You know,
You
but-
need like a Will Smith
but,
or
like-
something in between there.
bro, we had like
That's hilarious because I'm pretty sure that was like probably the route that I went. I'm like, to remember the fucking Men in Black song. Like,
Oh, come on
fucking
now.
11 years old or
Did
10
you
years
guys
old.
not have like the friends like where you like we had like a little boy band like when we were kids, you know, and we thought we were cool, like you know. I hope they watch this. Kind of funny because I remember this. We called us the KJK Sound Crew. It was like Kevin, Jessy, Kyle, the Sound Crew. And we're, like,
Wait, what was it? KJ?
the KJK Sound Crew. You know,
KJK,
so
yeah.
fucking funny.
Nah,
We
bro.
like tag it on everything and
That's
put stickers and shit.
One
like-
letter off being really, really.
We were
Not
like
great.
8, 9, 10, man. So like we didn't
Literally
know
the
that.
next-
That's what I'm saying.
Like the next letter in the alphabet too.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh,
We didn't
man.
know what was up with that back
Shit.
then, man. We were so oblivious.
They
to
knew it was
anything.
just hidden message.
Yeah, but that's what we had, and then
Yeah,
like
it was the KJK -1.
we kind of like you know
Plus one.
split apart, and like then when I got into high school, I met this guy.
Wait, what was
Um,
this? Wait. Let's
yeah.
stop on this. What was the boy group like? You guys like? Did you guys make some music, or did you guys just like?
Honestly,
reenact
no, we would
Backstreet
like
Boys
we would just like
videos?
play the Backstreet Boys album and like fucking sing along and dance to it. It's like
I say,
know, like-
I will say, like,
yeah.
I was not the biggest Backstreet Boys fan. Like, I mean, like, they were there, and I wouldn't skip I wouldn't go to another channel when it was on. I was also like 9 or 10, I think, maybe.
okay, so you wouldn't know what to do if I said you are.
Everybody knows.
Bye.
What to do. Come on. That's,
So, but the thing is like, I have like I swear, I tell people, I say, yo, I have like an iPod that just plays in my head all the time,
Yeah.
and like, I just like catch things. So
Yeah.
like, all of a sudden, I'll just be like, back streets back, all right, and I'm like at work or some shit. Everyone's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm like, yeah, sorry, okay, yeah. so like I said, I wasn't like the biggest fan, but it's like still to this day, it's like boom pops in my head. I went, if you wanna be my love. You know, like shit.
You
I used
had
to
the
have
same
that
albums,
video. I
dude.
used to have that video
Yeah.
recorded on a VHS, and I'm not bragging. I'm totally not bragging at all. Don't take that as like a flex. Or anything. If anything, that's a minus.
Is that what like the moisturizer was right beside the video?
Wow.
Like-
It was a dangerous game because the next song was Tonight, Tonight by the Smashing
You have a
Pumpkins.
beautiful voice, man.
Yeah, wow. Come on now, I'm blushing. Shit. So okay, yeah. Wow, that was quite the jump, though. You Backstreet Boys. I'm sure
Yep.
there was other stuff in between, but I get you're just trying to like summarize. I believe.
Yeah.
So Backstreet Boys. If you want to be my love, and then.
And then
Right
straight into dyeing my hair bleach blonde.
Why was
You know,
why was it Chronic 2001 when it came out in '99?
That's what I always wondered.
Did it not come out in
And-
2001? There's 2 Chronics.
No,
Well,
it's the Chronic 2001 when it came out.
Chronic
He's
came
right.
out in like
Yeah.
early '90s, I think.
Yeah.
The original Chronic.
And so I was 10 years old. Man,
hey,
when that came
Meta.
out.
No, it's true. It's facts because I was in the UK.
When did
I didn't
the
move to
original Dr.
Canada
Dre
until
Chronic album
2000,
come out?
and I remember listening to that album in the UK.
Yeah.
Me up right now.
Yeah,
I was
so
10
that's
years
facts.
old. I was 10 years old when that album came out, and I remember I had to convince my mom to take me to HMV to buy it
1992.
because they wouldn't let me buy it there. Right? I was too young, right? 1990 what?
1992 was the original Chronic.
Yeah, the original
and then
Chronic.
That's why
and
they
then-
called it Chronic 2001
Yeah.
because it was not the original Chronic.
Yeah.
But it. Wait one sec. Hey Meta. Hey Meta.
Trippy, yo.
What year did the Chronic 2001 come out?
Dr. Dre's album, 2001, also referred to as The Chronic 2001, was released on November 16, 1999.
Well, why 2001? What's that?
He was warning us all about 2001. He was saying, "Hey, there's going to be like this big thing that's going to happen in 2001."
Say word. Shit. So okay. So that being said, I guess like so that puts you. How old were you when this fucking shit? You were listening to Dr.
so
Dre. Then.
I was like 10 when that came out.
Okay.
Like,
So then we're,
started
like, pretty
listening to
close,
that,
okay.
and then like I said, dyed my hair bleach blonde almost immediately.
Yeah.
Learned all the lyrics. I was going to school like, look what I know, like, you know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk.
Yeah.
You know, like.
The handful of gas and
You got it, man.
Whatever. But you know what's funny is because at that point when all that came out, I was still I had bleach blonde hair, long bleach blonde hair, like Kurt Cobain hair. Yeah.
okay,
So when that came
okay.
out, I was still trying to rock that look. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which
I fuck with it.
mighty fine look, by the way. Yeah. Oh shit, that's crazy. So then, do you listen to like a lot of rap still, or
Yeah.
like was that a like?
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy because I kind of listen to like everything. Like my style when I'm playing is like
I was gonna say yeah, it's
very
weird.
like soul, like lovey-dovey shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like listen to a lot of everything, and like I really like. I'm not like the hugest country fan, but I respect.
It's funny. I was just gonna say, what
respect it,
what
like-
genre do you hate the most?
You know, like yeah, it's probably country's up there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I hate it, but
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know,
strong
this
word,
the
strong word.
mainstream country just fucking like.
So I used to always say people like, oh, what music do you like? I'm like, I like pretty much everything except for country, but like and I always have a story. So I'm sorry, but my buddy, I worked with a buddy, and it was, I swear it was like the first day we were working or something, and like so he was like, no, like this was our venture where he was gonna teach me how to drywall, you know. So we get all set up, yeah, whenever we're listening to the radio, and he comes over, he goes, hey, he's like, we're gonna go fucking do this thing, whatever. He's like, you go to the truck and grab the CDs. I'm like, yeah. Go to the CDs. I grab everything but the country. I leave all the country in the car, and I come back and I'm like, yeah, here you go. Yeah, I'm like, there, yeah. And he goes and he looks through the one. He goes, I see you brought everything but the country. I'm like, yeah, like that's yeah. I don't like country, man. He's like, okay, I see how it is. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Man, it was like 5, maybe 6 years. This guy like never once fucking put on some country. One day he was like, bro, I don't fucking care what you say. I'm putting on this album.
Yeah.
Puts it on. It was like a week later. I'm like singing this song in my head. I'm like, the fuck is the song where they go out? We went out last night. We were lying to everybody and shit. And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like, that's that country song. He's like, that's the album I put on last week. Yeah. boom, I'm like, I'm hooked, man.
Oh,
Then, but just like on that dude, right? And then like, you know, I started listening. We'd throw on the country station or whatever. I'm like, all right, man, and like it's pretty good. And that was around the time that people were talking about like, or like starting to talk more about like weed and stuff and like different things like in their music in the country world. So I was like, all right, I'm like, I like this, and not that it takes like talking about weed, but it's just like I'm like, all right, these people are cooler than I thought they were, you know. Like, so I do respect it. It's still music, but I also feel like right now the way it's gone is it's like super like trying to be hip hoppy sort of, and it's like
there's a little bit of that, yeah.
Pop music.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you know what? Actually, Raz, you hit it right.
Yeah,
Like the pop country is the shit that I fucking hate.
Yeah.
I dislike that shit. But there's like there is some good shit out there. And like as a guitar player, like, some of the best guitar players are country guitar players. I can respect that for
Yeah,
sure. Like chicken
true.
picking and stuff like that. I can totally respect that.
Chicken picking. I don't even know what you're talking about, but that sounds cool.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, okay,
like,
yeah.
you know. Yeah, it takes some skills to do, you know, to play country, you know, and like I went to an open mic last week and there was these two guys playing. Like I wish I remember.
You went
their
to play
names.
or you just went to watch?
I went and played. Yeah, it was
Okay,
great.
sick.
Yeah, and it was a fucking great time. There was these two guys that played this country. I wish I knew their names to give them a plug, but I can't remember. And I left my phone in the truck. But
Steve and Carl probably.
sure, man. Yeah, they were great, man. It's funny because I walked in and I seen this like fucking big ass cowboy hat, and I was like,
Was it covers or were they
holy shit.
originals? Do you know?
No, they played originals, man, and
So,
like, yeah, they were
that's
actually
cool.
they're actually dope. It's just two guys, like one guy singing and playing acoustic rhythm, and the other guy was playing on his like it's like a Telecaster or something like that, and playing lead along to it. And it was like they were good, man. They were really good.
They played
I was
multiple.
surprised. They played, yeah, we all played two songs.
Okay.
And like, yeah, so they got to play their two songs, and like, yeah, they were really good, man. Yeah, I was impressed. Yeah, I was impressed.
Where do you go to the
Open
mic?
mics?
Yeah.
This one was at Nostalgica Pub.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually right beside the church.
Yeah,
where we go
yeah,
dancing
okay,
there.
yeah.
It's on Cumberland there, and like, yo, honestly, great place too. Great
So-
place too. You know, and it's like I'm just getting back into playing on stage in front of people. You know, I used to play in bands and shit a long time ago,
What kind of bands were you playing in?
like punk,
Yeah, okay.
metal, emo, like
Oh, sick.
classic rock, blues. I played a lot of blues. You know, and like yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. Like we went like
I used to play in like a punk. The first band I played, I was a drummer. The first band I played in was
sick.
like punk, but we like there'd be like a couple songs like fast punk,
Yeah.
like street punk kind of, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And then like then there'd be like some like heavy metal, like
Yeah.
slow, like da-da-da-da,
Oh,
like
yeah, man.
whatever. But then we did another band, and it was a little more like no effectsy, like it was like
Okay, yeah, yeah.
super just like punk,
kind of like that emo pop punk kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
shit.
a little bit.
Yeah. I'm into it all.
But
like,
anyways, yeah.
you know, like the
So
Blink
you played in a
182s.
couple bands
like,
though, like you played in a few different bands, or like
yeah,
it
I've
was
played like I've like subbed in different bands, and I've played like with dedicated bands and stuff like that, and like
big rooms and shit too.
a couple, like nothing crazy. Like the coolest thing, I'd say like the coolest thing I didn't actually play this, but like it was a really cool experience, man. Like I dated this girl a long time ago, and her dad was a guitar player, like really good guitar player.
Yeah.
And he played for this band called Misery, and was a Metallica tribute band. And they were known like really well. They were known overseas. They toured overseas and
shit,
shit like
okay.
that, right? And they played this show called Woodstock en Beauce, and is in Quebec.
Okay.
And it was a huge show. And like the coolest thing was like I got backstage passes, and I was able to go up there. I like helped set up like all these bands' gear and stuff because
Oh,
like
sick.
everybody needed help, right? Billy Talent, I got to help set up their like guitars and shit like that. Hollywood Undead, we chilled with them, smoked weed, and, like drank with
What?
them, and like
I haven't
Yeah,
heard
like,
that name in a long time.
crazy,
and
right?
It was
Like-
just last night. My brother made a reference to Hollywood Undead.
no way. That's dope.
Because he was talking about, because we were talking about like conspiracy shit where it's like he didn't know that Machiavelli, like the album, Tupac's album.
Okay.
He didn't know that was like confirmed, like Tupac, that was him.
Yeah.
He thought that like he was pretending to be someone else and
Okay.
like, hid it from everyone.
Okay.
So the only reason I say that though is because he was saying like, because there was a while where people thought Charlie Cini or whatever his name is, Charlie
Okay.
Sheen from Hollywood Undead.
Yeah.
People thought that was Eminem.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Interesting,
like
eh?
there's parts where he sounds like fucking
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah.
But it's weird that you mentioned that name because I haven't heard that in years, man. I just heard it last night.
Fuck, interesting, man. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
So,
cool.
what do they call that?
Deja vu.
Two words for this. No, there's one
Serendipity?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one of them. But the other one I'm looking for is Synchronicity. Whoa. Asses, bro.
Big words. Let's go.
So, yeah, no, I only know big words because of my brother. Shout out my brother. Yeah.
Younger or older?
What's that?
Younger or older?
My older brother, yeah. Yeah.
You close?
We're pretty close, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Like, we live together and shit.
Who beats who up?
Well, I'm bigger than pretty much everyone.
I was gonna say, like, when I saw you walking, I was like, "Yo, what's up, man?"
Yeah. But I do recall times before where my older brother did beat me up, and I was smaller then.
And you ratted on him?
I am probably. You know what? I used to rat on myself, bro.
I'm gonna say shout out to my little sister,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't fuck with her.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, she gave me a run for my money. Like, I never let her beat me up, but
You
like,
guys still
she's
fight,
a
or,
tough
like-
chick. She's not anymore.
No,
No,
I know.
I just gave up. I'm like, I'm not fucking. This
It's
is too
illegal.
much effort. Like, there's a funny story. Like, I used to break dance. I like try
Oh, yeah?
and be a b-boy when I was a kid, you know. And I was like practicing at home once. I used to babysit her a lot.
So you were like pretty into rap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
okay,
for sure,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
okay,
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
yeah. A lot of Tupac, a lot of Eminem,
Okay.
yeah, like a little everything, and like
You say Tupac and Eminem.
yeah, Tupac, Eminem, Biggie, Big
just like
L,
that was
fucking
just like,
like
yeah.
you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
shit.
yeah, bro, like yeah. Fuck all the glamours and glitz. I plan to get rich.
Okay, just really quick, before you continue. I hold your thought. I'm sorry,
No, it's
but
good.
you say Big L.
Yeah.
Today, literally today. So I saw a couple weeks ago. I saw a post something about like it was a joke about how Spotify's like shuffle thing it doesn't really work right.
Yeah.
And like I shuffled my saved songs, and today 3 times within like a short period of time, and I have over 1,000 songs in there. Within a short period of time, I heard the same Big L song 3 times. And I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? Again,
I haven't heard Big
synchronicity,
L
but,
in like 9 years. Like,
yeah, exactly.
serendipity.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Sick,
yeah,
dude, sick, dude.
But
yeah.
it's just when you said that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
As if, but yeah, so you were
Yeah, so I was
B-boy.
so I was at home. I used to babysit my sister a lot because my mom worked really hard. She's a single mom, and like you were chilling at home one day, and I was practicing my head spins, you know, spinning on the head and shit like that.
You can do that, yeah.
Alright.
I
You still
used,
do it? or
used
what?
to do that shit.
Okay, because we got like
Yeah.
a little space over here.
No, it's not like, no, let's avoid injuries today. But yeah, so I was like telling her, like, she's sitting on the couch behind, and I'm like, you gotta move, and she's just like, yeah, right. And I'm like, no, you gotta fucking move, like, get out of the way. She's like, yeah, right. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I do my thing, I kick her, and she hits her arm. She starts fucking screaming and yelling and screaming and yelling. I'm like, oh, like, chill, okay, chill. Like, my mom's not coming home till midnight. It's like 6 p.m., right? And I'm like, I got you. So I went and got a cloth. I put cold water on it, put it on her arm. She's like, there, da, da, da. She's screaming the rest of the night. My mom gets home. She's still fucking screaming. She's like, I got to take her to the hospital. She goes, I broke her arm.
Oh,
Like, fully broke her arm. And I'm there putting a cold cloth on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Stop
like,
crying.
So, like, in a bitch. Like, like, you know?
I told you.
But like tough chick, man. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling you, yeah,
fuck.
man. Like yeah, she's cool. She's cool. She just had her first baby, so it's like I'm an uncle now, which is like super.
Yeah,
super
first
sick.
time uncle.
First time uncle, man.
When was
and
this?
it's
When
like-
was it?
So he's almost 2 now.
Oh, okay,
little
okay.
Ivan the Terrible. Like he's a fucking cutest kid,
That's
cutest
awesome.
kid ever.
Because I
And,
just recently that's why I asked, is because I just recently in August my brother had a kid or whatever.
Hell yeah, man.
Ivan the Terrible. I
Yeah.
like that name, man.
It's like it's more serendipitous because like my mom named me because she had a huge crush on John Stamos. And I don't know if you remember the show Full House, the character he played.
Yeah,
Uncle Jessy.
Uncle Jesse. Yeah,
That's who I was named
say
after, right?
word,
So
that's
now I'm finally
crazy.
living up to the name of Uncle Jesse, you know. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of cool.
You know Full House?
Not really.
No,
Little
okay.
Bob
Oh,
Saget,
shit.
yeah, man.
I know what it is. I've never
But
really
like,
watched it.
yeah,
though.
no, yeah.
I feel like Raz is the baby out of all
But it
of
was
us
like
here.
I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I just no, that's why I asked, because it also gives me like an idea. But yeah, like, and I'm not saying like, oh, I love that show or whatever, but like that was like I watched that like at least once a week. You know what I mean? Like it would be like, you know, take your bath, watch The Simpsons and the Full House or the, you know, whatever, right? Like there was like a procedure to all
Remember
this,
when
right?
TV was like you just watched what was on?
Yeah.
Right? I kind of miss that.
100%, because
Yeah.
now you're like,
Fuck that
all right.
commercials, bro.
oh man, I sit down though with my fucking like food or some shit. I'm like, okay, I'll pick something.
an hour later.
And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, no, all right. And all of a sudden it's yesterday's meal, and it's just like, oh shit, yeah, I didn't even watch anything.
Dude,
yet.
that's why I try and stay away from Pornhub,
before,
man.
you're just like, dude.
You gotta scroll for that perfect video and like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
You gotta limit yourself like 5 videos, bro.
You just like you have.
If you get to the 6th video, like it's just done. I'm scrolling all fucking night, bro. Like we're here for hours at this point. Like
You just gotta put like more detail in the search. Like,
like praying my girlfriend doesn't hear me. I'm on like the 14th video scrolling now.
This isn't the one. This isn't the one. Yeah.
Oh, that's too good, man.
Shit. That's hilarious. Actually.
You got one sibling?
Yep. Yeah, one sibling, one sister. Yeah.
Nice. You
Younger?
too? Hey, Stylez,
Younger,
you too?
yeah,
One
she's
sibling?
younger,
I have two. I have a younger and an older brother.
Middle, eh?
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
I got 2 older siblings.
Yeah.
I got 2 younger.
2 younger.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the bully then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
For
right.
sure.
All right.
For sure.
So you're the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
You're
Yeah.
the oldest.
Yeah.
You're the youngest.
Yeah.
In the middle. Okay.
Middle.
Yeah. Just calibrating myself.
Did you feel left out as a child being in the
Okay,
middle?
bro. Let me fucking. The thing is I was gonna tell a story, and I was like, "Don't tell it." And then you asked that question, and I'm gonna tell it. So like, and there's other situations like this, but also at the same time too, I'm very understanding, and I get like, I can look at pretty much most arguments or conversations or ideas and see both sides of it. I still will maybe stand on one side rather than the other, but understand the other side. So I get it where I'm like, okay, all right, this situation or certain situations can be explained, right? But so we went to my uncle's house, and he had just gotten like a new skidoo. He would get mad. It's not a skidoo, it's a snowmobile. Unless it's like skidoo branded. But anyways, that's not the point. So he got a new skidoo, whatever, yeah. And we're all there. We had dinner and stuff and whatever. But it was just like my family, like my brothers and my parents, and then like him and his wife, or him and my aunt. And anyway, so we're there, and so then like after they're like, oh cool, yeah, let's look at it. He starts it up, he drives it around. And then like, so my older brother got to drive it because he was like older and like whatever, right? And I was probably even like bigger than him at the time. But so like he was older, whatever. Yeah, so he got to drive it. He got to drive it by himself. So he goes through and like I'm pretty sure it was like a brand new skidoo too. Like it was like brand new. And so he goes through the bush, whatever. Yeah, cool. That was awesome. Yeah, so we're all waiting. Like, yeah, cool. Then like my uncle takes my little brother. My little brother takes it, and like he was like steering, I guess, right? And so they like hit a tree. So then they bring it back, and they're like, "Hey, we're not driving it, whatever, right?" So okay, like, so like, I didn't get my turn on it, right? So like, okay, maybe it's because he hit the tree and he's upset. Like, okay, cool, right? But the other thing is, like, the way I look at it is like, the older brother, like he's like older, more mature, like, cause he's 4 years older than me, right? And like, so it's like, hey, yeah. We can trust him to go like do it, right? And then it's like, oh, the little baby, like, he like wants to like experience the thing, you know what I mean? Whereas like I've probably, done this before, right? But still, it's like, and then like, sure, maybe it was ended because of the hitting the tree, right? But at the same time, like, I still don't think that I was gonna get a ride on this fucking skidoo, like, because of how it all worked out. And the thing is like, again, it's not that I'm like, oh, like I'm dwelling on this. Obviously, I've thought about it for many years, right? But I mean, like, I'm not like, so I get it from the other side where it's like, okay, cool. Like I said, the tree might be, okay, he hit a tree, he's upset, his brand new skidoo. Yeah. All right, we're parking it. You didn't get it because of that, right? But the first two that got the opportunity was the older, more mature one, and then the younger, like, cute one who wants the experience, and it's like,
middle child
like,
is always left out.
Exactly, yeah. So like, had he not hit the tree, I may have still got the ride, but I would have been last because of the like, oh, this guy and oh, this guy, and it's like, oh, and then it's like, and you can go too if you want, like.
Maybe
shit.
you would have hit the tree and like fucking broke your back or something.
That's true.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
wow.
Maybe it's a
God's
good thing.
plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, man! Wow, yeah, shit.
It all happens for a reason.
That's true though. Shit, good way to look at it.
Kismet.
But point is, there's a few situations where I see it that way, but there's also times where like, I also feel like, well, even just something like this, like I never got hand-me-downs because I was like always fucking bigger, pretty much, right? So like I always got new shit. I got to go in the store and like pick out my shit. Like not that they didn't either, but it's just like every time I did that, you know what I mean? So then like there's kind of a, That's kind of a perk right there. All right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Did
forget
you-
the
Good with
skidoo
the bag.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Did your older brother get handy downs then?
He would have got no. He would have got because he would have never fit into them. He did. I know he got hand me downs, but he would have got it from like my other cousins and shit like that. Yeah, but yeah, like he would have never fit into my shit. It's weird. My older brother is the smallest out of the three of us, and then I've always been the biggest. But I got to the fridge first, so
Yeah. Well, let me ask. With all the siblings, how was Christmas?
I hate everyone, man. No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. No, I honestly never like when I assume when you ask that is like, did anyone get treated any differently? Is that what you're kind of saying? Like, or did I
guess
feel?
so. Like,
did
how
I
did you
feel
feel?
that
Like,
way?
yeah, like, how did you feel,
honestly,
like-
the thing is like I don't. The thing is I feel like there was never any of that thought in my mind because I was just like, cool, I got these things, like.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys got,
Yeah,
that's cool too.
zoned
But
in.
like me, you know. But I will say too, though, there were like a couple times where like, and it wasn't negative. It was the opposite, where I felt like I'm like, oh, I got like this. You guys got that. Like I feel like I got more, or like I got like a better thing. You know what I mean? And maybe it was just because I wanted it more. But yeah, I never felt like I never felt like a negative. Like I know like later days, like my younger brother got like maybe treated a little better, but at the same time, like rightfully so, maybe like
You probably
but
you were happy for him. Probably.
yeah, exactly. I never
yeah.
felt like point is I never felt like
Yeah.
left out or like I got like the bad
That's
end
cool.
of the stick or anything like
That's cool.
you guys
Well, see, I was
Christmas?
like, man, like my birthday's December 30th.
oh yeah
So it's
yeah
literally like 5 days after
Ooh, that's
Christmas.
rough.
So like both my brothers are like one of my brothers is like September, the other one is July. So it's like fall and like summer, I guess. So they got their own like separate like occasion, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah
Whereas like for me, like so not only was it 5 days after Christmas, but it's like New Year's is like right there the next day.
Oh yeah, mom and dad are broke as fuck.
But my mom's
Yeah.
birthday is also January 1st.
Oh no.
Right? So
Oh,
like
shit.
all the adults want to like shower her with attention on like that day or like yeah, so I just like I definitely felt like like for birthdays specifically, it was always like, oh, we'll get you this thing and this will be your birthday /
yeah
Christmas gift,
yeah
right? So I always just had to accept that.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have like a lot of times it would have been like a little bit more than maybe what the
Yeah.
siblings would have got. I don't know, but because like same as you, I guess I didn't really pay attention like too much attention to like, oh, they got that thing and like that, I really
Yeah.
want that, but like yeah, definitely felt like
You got the short
so,
end.
yeah, like there was a lot of stuff going on around my birthday where I felt like my birthday wasn't as important.
Well, and even too, just another thing too on the like Christmas thing too, like I one of the things I remember getting a lot of when we were kids is Ninja Turtles, and I feel like my older brother got Ninja Turtles, my younger brother got Ninja Turtles, I got Ninja Turtles, and like maybe like, oh, that one's cooler than the one I have. But in my mind, when I saw those things, I'm like, we have all these Ninja Turtles. You know
Right?
what I mean? Because it all just went in the same box, and we all could pull them out and play with them. You know, so like at the same time, it's like, oh, we got all this fucking shit. You know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I remember like chilling with my cousin. We used to be close as kids. Like I think we still should be close. I don't know why we're not. We just get busy, right? But like we used to play these like wrestling toys, and he like had this. He had this like ring.
my cousin too,
with
man,
like the
shit.
fucking ropes and
Yeah.
everything, and these action figures, and we'd like just go down in the basement, like fucking play with those. And man, I just remember how much fucking fun we had, just like imagining, like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and like.
Like WWF?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, and WCW too. I wasn't like the biggest fan, but he had like the toys, bro. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like I was like, oh man, like I remember that shit. Like,
Were you
when did
big
we-
into that?
A little bit, like a little bit. Like I was like a Hardy Boys fan. I was like
Sick,
the
sick,
the,
sick.
the moonsaults and shit like that.
The
You know,
Hardy Boys,
and,
the
like,
Hardy
yeah,
Boys.
bro.
Oh man, okay.
The Hardy Brothers. Hardy
Okay,
Boys.
the Hardy
Brothers.
Boys, yeah.
Hardy
yeah,
Boys
I think
are
it's the Hardy
books?
Boys. Yeah.
The Hardy Boys are the
So-
books. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Oh,
and-
Lita. Oh,
And the thing is I've been like trying to. Oh, it's playing music. I've been trying to like. I'm like, hey, I don't like make it about yourself. Don't tell these stories, yeah, whatever. But I have a story. You say the Hardy Boys. Me and my brother made up this. It's like a parody of the Hardy Boys. It's called the Hardly Boys. And like, so the thing is like me and him would be like even one time, like I actually like still am concerned. We're in like our backyard in the middle of the night. We were smoking cigarettes or something, whatever. And which don't do. Do not smoke cigarettes. Doesn't matter what hour it
No,
is.
don't smoke cigarettes. Just hack darts.
Yeah. But so we're there
That's a
and
good one.
like man, one time it sounded like we heard a fucking like someone screaming like I'm dying. Like, you know, they didn't say I'm dying, but like it was just like bloody murder, you know? And we're like, oh, the fuck, and we're like both like, man, that was like that like that was real. Like that was scary. Like what the fuck? Oh, we'll hear about it in the news, like, oh, whatever, yeah. And like so like things would happen like this and we're like, oh well, whatever. And and like so then we're like, we should make a thing like the Hardley Boys where they're like they hear these things and they're like
Never investigate.
but
They hardly do shit.
they make up like ideas of what it could be and like yeah maybe it's this, oh yeah it's whatever, oh yeah okay cool yeah. Then they just like the ending of the story is they just find out in the news like what happened. They're like, oh yeah, they're like so and so like fucking murdered this lady or whatever and killed
It's like
her dogs.
your
And
neighbor's
it's
like getting hung in the basement. You hear screaming. You're like, it must be a raccoon or
yeah,
something.
right, yeah. It's like oh the Hardley Boys. Yeah, they hardly do anything
Oh, that's
about
funny.
it. Oh shit, yeah. They don't investigate. They just speculate. Oh, and it rhymes too. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Books coming September 10th. Anyways, so we had spoke a little bit, and you were talking about how I don't have my phone, and I forget exactly how you said it, but it was something about like a maybe personal journey or like a personal development of some sort.
Oh, are we talking about like what we were talking about before?
We were talking about in the messages.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah,
said
yeah,
like
yeah,
and,
so-
and what I got from it sounded like basically like something similar to what I'm doing is I'm trying to like maybe get fit and like
Yeah, so let's
get
talk
my
about it.
mind
Let's
right
talk
and
about it, man.
stuff.
Yeah,
like,
let's do it.
Yeah.
That's my jam right there, bro.
But and then that's kind of my question is like basically elaborate on what you were saying that day is like you're on some kind of like change or like
I'd say so. Like I think I'm like there now, like, you know, and I like went through it, like, you know, and now it's just like loving the process of shit. Like
Yeah.
but you know, like
What was
man,
it?
it goes back like probably like 7 years ago
okay.
where I had like 5, 6, 7, something like that. But I had like a wicked breakup that just, you know, just knocked me off my ass, right? And like,
I hear you.
you know, after like 2 months of like laying in the dark, you know, and doing shit all but smoking bongs and just going to work
Jerking
and
off.
back and jerking off and like all that, you know, like the fucking 19th page on Pornhub, like over and over again, you know, I see on Instagram,
44
like
private tabs open.
this guy's story comes up and it says, looking for one more client.
Oh, shit.
And he was a personal trainer. And I like look at who it was, and it was like my like boy from like grade school.
Oh, so
You know what I mean? And like we used to be like so tight. We used to skateboard together. Like we used to fucking do everything together. And like, you know, and I see him on there, and I'm like, you know what? Like, fuck it. I just sent him a message. I hadn't talked to him in probably 10 years or more than that. I sent him a message. I said like, I'm interested, you know? And he's like, Jessy, like what the fuck? Like I haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I haven't seen you in a long time. Like, and like, so like shout out to my boy G, because he was like, yeah, come to the basement. He lived in an apartment building, and he kind of like with the building, they had equipment down there, but he also like bought a ton of his own equipment and stuff, and he would train people down in that basement. Like,
Okay.
so I started
Just
over
come to
there.
the basement.
like-
I was like, that sounds fucking weird.
Bro, I
man.
wish
but
I-
now I get it.
I wish I didn't. Yeah, I wish I didn't fuck. It was weird some days, but no, I wish I didn't have the fucking my phone in my truck, because I'd show you like it's like how different it was, like how different I looked and shit. Because like we started that and we like trained. He trained me for a
I saw
while.
the one picture where it was the like. I
Yeah,
think
like
it was-
collage maybe beside each other or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah, like before and afters and stuff. Yeah, like I got a bunch of those, because like, but like, you know, so he started training me there, paid, and like as we, you know, did more and more weeks and more days there, we got more and more tight, and I got stronger, and like there was a point where it
As
was
you
like
should,
it was
man.
like, you know, like we can kind of go together. You know, like my form was getting good, I was getting stronger, and he's like, let's just work out together. He's
Fuck
like,
form, man,
fuck
just lift
paying
it up.
me. He's like, fuck paying me.
Sorry,
It's all
sorry.
good. No, it's true though. At a point, it's true, right?
Wow,
But like,
fine.
but you know, it's and he's like, yeah, just fuck paying me. Let's just work out together, right? And so we started hitting the gym together, and like it was like,
Sick.
you know, started bonding a lot. Like became like fucking tight again, and you know, a couple years go by, like, and I'm training with him, you know, very hard and shit, and getting stronger, but I'm still eating like shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still drinking a lot. I'm still like, you know, partying and shit and like doing all that, right? And like, you know. But about 2 years ago now, a year ago, whatever, year and a half ago, he's like, I'm gonna hire this coach to do a bodybuilding competition. And I was like, initially, I was like, have fun with that, buddy. You know, like, good luck, you know. But, like, you know, a couple weeks went by, and he's, like, telling me about the process and telling me about his improvements and shit like that. I'm starting to get, like, a little jealous, you know, and, like, I want to fucking compete, too. Like, fuck it. So I called the same coach, and, you know, and so I started training and dieting. This is when I started dialing my nutrition, right? And, like, that's like,
this is before the bodybuilding shit.
This is how it starts,
like,
right? This is how it starts, you know. And like the coach is like, you know, you guys are good at training and stuff like that, but you got to dial in your nutrition. So he starts to give us like our actual, like, not just like a meal plan, but like, this is what you eat exactly, like, just to the gram, you know, to the gram. This is what you eat. This is what you drink. That's it. Only listen to this, and that's it. And it's like, okay, all right, cool. And like, so we went through our first prep together. Prep is like,
just real quick on that thing, like on the, like, only do this, like, so like so one thing just to add to that too, though, is like, definitely it's, you are what you eat, what you put in your body fucking shows. And like, but on that, like, when they show you this, go this, and you're doing that, like, how did you feel when you're doing that? Because sometimes, like, when I was like I would go, because I'm really bad where, like, I would go in the store and I go, oh, boom, they have the big bags of candy. You get 2 for fucking $8 or something, right? I get them.
Discipline,
and go,
man. I don't have the discipline for that either.
I would get them.
Like,
I would get them thinking like, oh, I'll eat like fucking 8 candies. You know what I mean? And then
Never
I'll
gonna
save
happen.
them for whatever. Yeah, you know. And I
Never
would eat
gonna
both those
happen.
bags that day, right? So when I say this is like, I like really cut sugar out like a lot. And then like, but the thing is like, I would find myself like, or like, even just like beef jerky and shit, or like pepperette shit, chips and stuff.
yeah,
And like, I actually shout out to Bully, because he would always be like, we've already had that. You already know what it tastes like. You don't want it, you know?
yeah.
And like, so I would hear that voice in my head, right? But my point is that like, what I'm saying is like, and I would tell people like, no, I can't, I don't want that. I can't have that, whatever. Like, oh, you're torturing yourself. And I'm like, I still eat food, but I'm not eating those things. Yeah, I want candy. I really want it right now, but I'm not doing it so that I can lose 100 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I did, right?
Hell yeah.
And like, so
Bro.
the thing is like, yeah, and right
Fuck
now,
yeah,
I've been,
bro, good job.
you,
That's
yeah.
crazy,
And,
dude.
like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
I've been actually like keeping my shit on, like, literally right around the like down 100 pound mark in the last like 2 weeks. And like, but my point is like, it's like it definitely is what you eat, right? But I guess what I'm asking is like, how do you feel? Because at times I was like, man, I feel like I am torturing myself. Where I'm like, oh man, I just want like this, you know, or I just want that, and it's like, but I know that I don't need it, right?
Yeah.
And like, did you feel like, especially too, because I feel like the portions they tell you to eat too is very small. So like, did you feel like you were like you're putting a big burden on yourself, or like putting some kind of pressure on yourself?
Bro, honestly, it was like at the beginning, one of the most difficult things you could ever do.
Yeah.
One of the most difficult things you can ever do. Like, I was in a relationship at the time, and like, I fucked up that relationship by being too hard on myself with that, and like, I was like trying to restrict her. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know, we like, it is what it is, but like, you know, and that just didn't work out for either. It wasn't fair to either of us, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like what I had to do at the beginning was literally just not put myself in those situations. Like if there was a store that had, bro, you even today, you put a bag of Sour Patch Kids in front of me,
Bro,
you watch
that's
me,
the one,
bro.
man.
You
When
watch
I
me.
was
I
saying
will
that,
fucking
I'm
decimate
picturing
that
Sour
whole
Patch Kids,
thing, bro.
yeah.
I'll decimate that
All
whole
of
thing
it.
like that. You're right. So I just have to stay out of those stores that have them, man.
Yeah.
And it was just that, and that was at the beginning, right? Because like you end up
Then it becomes
getting used to
natural,
it.
yeah.
You end up feeling the benefits from it, right? Like, you know, and you end up like wanting and not wanting it. Like, and like today I can have a few Sour Patch Kids and not go crazy on them because it
Yeah.
ends up being gross now. Like it
I
ends,
was just gonna
right?
say that, like after a while, like
Yeah.
so for years ago, I got appendicitis, right? And I was eating fucking McDonald's and shit like
yeah.
all the time, drinking a
Is
ton
that
of
in your
pop.
tonsils?
No, it's your appendix.
I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just joking.
That was good.
I swear it was a joke. Promise, yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So
yeah.
like after I had the surgery to get my appendix removed, like, and just like in the healing process, I was like, I just wasn't drinking a lot of sugary stuff or
Yeah.
like going out and so it just naturally I was like, okay, no, like it just
Mhm.
kind of cut it out for a good number of years too. And then I was just like, and it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, if there's nothing else to drink, but you grab a pop and you just take a swig, and it like it tastes like medley, and just like it just didn't hit the same. You know what I mean? But then now like I fall back into like again, it's like a discipline thing, right? It's like it's something that you can't just do and then be like, oh, cool, I did that. Like it's something you gotta fucking
I also
do
learned
all the time.
I
Right?
was just saying this last night to a buddy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, when I first was at it was a funny thing. Like when I was at my first competition, like my coach coaches a team, right? And like the whole team of us was.
Sorry, we were kind of skipping ahead. I know what you mean, but like so with the bodybuilding, so that's how you got into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about bodybuilding, you're talking about like the Mr. Universe type shit. You go out and like flex your shit, or is it like
so there's like different categories. Like it's showing yourself off. Yeah, and like there's different classes too. Like I'm in men's physique. Okay. Men's physique is more just like conditioning, posing. We're not hugely judged on size. Where we are judged on size of some things.
It's more about lean.
It's more about conditioning and like getting that aesthetic. Like it's an aesthetic look. It's a mix of lean and like having lats and shoulders and stuff like that.
So you're not one of those like fucking like.
No, exactly.
But
and
you
I'm
have
like,
that same type shit on lower level.
Lifetime natural, So I'm like, I never plan on getting too big. The goal is always to get bigger. But
do like more like to train for that? Are you doing more reps type thing? Like you would do?
It changes. Like so, depending on what I look like, we'll change the program to suit what the look I'm going for is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like,
I know some people say, one of my buddies, he was a strongman, like he lifted cars and stuff like that.
Crazy.
And he told me like to, and even like when he was like 15, 16 years old, like he was doing shit like that. But he said like, if you want to like be big, he's like lift as much weight as you can.
Yeah.
Like as many times as you can.
Yeah.
But like, say you can do it 3 times, do that 3 times.
Yeah.
Do that in 3 or 4 sets, right?
Yeah.
But then if you want to be like lean, like whatever, do less weight at like more reps and like stamina type shit.
Man,
right?
have you seen these videos?
It's kind of yes and no. Kind of yes and no.
You switch it up back and
definitely,
forth.
Definitely switching it up, like depending on what you're going for. Like a lot of what you're talking about is diet too.
Okay.
Like you know what I mean? Like if you want to lift heavier, you got to eat more.
Yeah.
You got to eat way more if you want to lift heavier, and you would definitely like lower reps, higher weight will get you stronger faster. Yeah. But it's not gonna help your physique as fast.
Okay.
Right? Like I find my sweet spot is like 10 to 12 reps.
Okay.
That's kind of where my sweet spot is. Yeah. A lot of stuff will do 20.
I used to go 16 all the time, but now I'm about 10, 12. Like,
and like that's my sweet spot for my physique right now where it is. But like back when I first started bulking after my competition, we were doing 6 to 8. And that was helping a lot, like gain more size and gain more strength to be able to do these more reps that are coming later, So it kind of really like depends where you are, and that's why I really thank my coach, right? And I really think like I'm really grateful for having somebody like that. So shout out to Axel Lopez, man, like, and super great guy, like super well known guy. I think he's younger than all of us, which is crazy, but he's really good friends. He's really good friends with C-Bum, Chris Bumstead. I don't know if you guys know who that is, Mr. Olympia right now, like so yeah, I trust this guy, like. And I've been with him now for over a year, and like I still plan on staying with him, And like I was saying before, at our first show, we had like this laugh because he said like okay, like gee, like this was good about you, blah blah blah, and like Jessy, man, you've sent me more messages and asked me more questions than any client I ever had. And I was like a little embarrassed by that, you know what I mean? But it was because I was so just like I wanted to be successful, right? And like
literally before you even said that, when you just said like you messaged him more than any other client, and even before you said I was embarrassed by that or however you felt or whatever, I was like right away, I'm like I bet you he says that because the thing is those other people that aren't messaging him otherwise, it starts and ends with when they show up and when they leave. And after that, they don't fucking think about it. They just show up and go, oh, I'm here for an hour and he's going to tell me to do this. Okay, see you later.
It could
Whereas
be the case,
you have this, so I just think that like when you said that, I'm like, I bet you he noticed. What he noticed was everyone else just comes and goes, doesn't give a fuck. You're like, I want this information so that I can keep going further, like how much you actually are like inspired by it or like
and like
towards that.
Speaking on that too, like what was cool about that is like just learning learning how to replace the shit I really wanted with shit that worked, right?
Yeah.
Like anytime he was like, anytime you want something sweet, like your fucking Sour Patch Kids or ice cream or
Yeah.
anything like that, he's like, have a Coke Zero. It's like
Yeah,
zero
but
calories, zero
fuck.
calories. It's fucking sweet. It'll at least get rid of the craving.
I'm not a scientist,
Like-
but I just all that like no sugar shit. I just think like it. Not only do I find it taste,
They replace it with aspartame, I'm
but
pretty
that's
sure.
it.
and
Is it's not good
it's-
for you. Like it
it's
can't be good for
bad.
you. And I say this from a point of view where and I know this contradicts everything I just said, but I'll drink a sugar-free Red Bull
Yeah.
rather than the one with sugar, because if you drink the Red Bull with sugar, caffeine goes up, the sugar drops you down. So if you don't have the sugar, you don't have this crash, right? So I will drink the fucking no sugar Red Bull because of that.
Yeah.
But anything else, like my buddy will sit down and eat dinner, and like he'll have like 2 or 3 Diet Cokes while we're sitting there. And I'm like, no, man.
So-
I'm not saying this. I'm not preaching, or I'm not saying that this is facts or whatever. But I think that it like probably more poisonous than like the sugar.
No, so let me tell you. So like this was a very widely believed thing for a while,
Okay.
right? Like when like like everybody's grandma drank Diet Coke for it.
Is
You
this
know
the
what
difference
I mean,
between
right?
zero and sugar, or zero and diet though?
No,
Or is
like
that what- okay,
zero
I
and
thought-
diet is just like different flavors. I'm guessing. Like
They-
I don't
well,
know. Like Coke
so-
Zero is literally 0 calories. I think Diet Coke is 5 calories.
I heard a thing that
So,
it was
like-
it was the appeal to who it was, right? So
They're not much different.
So
They're really not
Well,
much
yeah.
different,
So
yeah.
men don't want to drink a diet thing because
Could be a marketing
like,
shit, yeah.
especially like in our like age group type shit. That diet sounds like something like a woman would drink, right?
Yeah.
So then like, and I forget who told me this, man, but I fucking believe it.
It definitely could be
It
a
was-
marketing
so
thing
then
for sure.
When the zero
It usually
came,
is.
The
Yeah.
zero,
The world runs on marketing.
the
100%,
zero
yeah.
was to put it more on men, where it's like, okay, yeah, like that's different than the diet thing that the girls were drinking 10 years ago or whatever, right?
But to
Sorry,
speak
yeah, yeah,
to speak
sorry,
on
yeah.
aspartame though,
Yeah.
like
You can lose
like
your hair from
it's
aspartame.
it's now proven with many studies now, and like we can pull them up like whatever. But
I
it's
was just gonna
proven-
say,
it's
let's
proven
see it. Let's see it.
with many studies that aspartame is dangerous, but you have to drink like 50 cans a day for like 3 years.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like you can't. There's no way that a person could actually be, and at that point, it might be dangerous.
Yeah,
And
so,
it's like-
so when you're trying
like-
to just like cut that craving by having one fucking
Exactly,
diet or
right?
1 0 whatever
Exactly, yeah.
in this fucking month or whatever, like I see what you're saying. So,
Another
like,
another thing we use is EAAs, and it's just essential amino acids, and it's
Yeah.
just like a powder you put in
I
water,
drink
and it's like
BCAAs. I'll take
there you
BCAAs
go, right?
for that. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
this-
it's
the
sweet.
Thing is, it
it's
blows
like,
my mind. There's no
blue
sugar
raspberry,
in it,
like whatever,
but I
right?
put more water than they say.
Yeah.
It says there's no sugar, but I put more water than they say because it's so fucking sweet.
Hell
But
yeah,
same
man.
shit as I'm like, if I want like candy or some shit, whatever, boom, drink that. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's like the whole ticket to cutting these cravings. It's just replace it with something else that'll just at least make you feel like
Yeah.
take the edge off a bit. You know,
Just
what
a
I mean?
little
And,
bump
like,
of cocaine or whatever, you know, like,
Exactly.
whatever it takes, you know.
you get it now.
Yeah.
You're starting to get it. You know?
But another thing, especially with like candy and
Yeah.
snacks and shit,
Yeah.
is like don't get me wrong, like any time of the day, whatever, if I see it, I'll eat it, or like I mean, like I want it, right? But what I'm trying to get at is like when it comes to like candy and snacks, like chips type shit, whatever, that usually comes to me more like later in the day, and the thing is, I try not to eat after 8 p.m. because for 2 reasons is I don't want because your body, when you're sleeping and repairing your muscles and shit, you're also running your fucking digestive system, right? If you eat later in the night, right? But not only that, but the other thing is like, man, I had times where I was waking up, like, so say I don't know, I go to bed at 1 o'clock, right? I ate fucking a bunch of stupid shit at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever.
Yeah.
Like zoodles and fucking, whatever,
yeah.
ham sandwich or some shit,
Zoodles.
whatever. But so I would wake up, fucking like, when I wake up, I'm leaning over my bed, going, like drowning. And what it was I was fucking like my stomach bile was coming up. I had crazy heartburn. Like it was coming up, but it was like coming up far enough that it was like coming into my lungs, I guess. I'm just like guessing. But
Damn.
I would wake
Fuck.
up going, and it'd be coming out my nose, whatever,
Ugh.
fuck. And I'd have to like keep myself awake going, so that like I basically so I didn't die, and like I would have this like a couple days in a row. Like
Was that when you were like heavier or
yeah,
like that's
yeah,
still
yeah,
late?
yeah, I was heavier and like and eating late at night. So like one thing that helped not only like with that but also with weight loss too was like I cannot eat a fucking single thing after 8 o'clock. And even too, like I would cut
Yeah.
down like anything else, you know what I mean? Like so even too like drinking, that's another thing too, is booze was a big thing. Because like and I mean not that it was a big issue, but it was a big thing because the not only would I drink shit like I was gonna say like this isn't booze in it, but I would drink shit like this where it's like peach fucking whatever, fruity juice, fucking whatever. So there's the sugar in it already, but then the alcohol is sugar itself too, right? So even if I'm drinking like this straight like this, that turns into sugar as well,
A
right?
lot, yeah.
So the thing is like, and again, it's not that I was drinking a lot. It's just that when I actually cut it out, where like literally I went a month, like little to no alcohol.
Mhm.
I had one in that month, man. I had one piece of candy. I asked the girl at the bar. We were sitting there eating wings. Me and my brother. Shout out my brother Andrew. Gang shit. But I asked the girl. I said, "Yo, I'm like, can I have like they had skewers with candy on it? I said, can I have one of those?" She said, "No." Another girl came over. My brother asked her, say, "Hey, can we get one of those yet?" She's like, "Yeah, fuck it." She gives me the thing. I ate one piece of candy off the skewer. I was like, "Yeah, you can have the rest." Yeah. For the next 3 weeks, I was like say right now, we're all like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about this and that." I go, "I ate a piece of candy last Thursday," and like, so I was like torturing
guilt.
myself, right?
Yeah, the guilt.
But that
yeah.
whole month, like when I did that though, like when I buckled down, it was like no bread, no fucking sugar. I'm gonna drink like little to nothing at all, fucking like alcohol wise. I mean, and I'm not real much for sugary drinks, even though I showed up with all these. I like literally, man, I have stashes of them where I just bought them and just put them at my house. I don't
Yeah.
fucking drink them. But point is, yeah, whenever I cut all that shit out, man, it was like quick to be like, boom, there goes 60 pounds. You know, like
It's crazy, man.
yeah,
It's crazy.
and
man.
on top of it, like working out too, I guess. But something Jonesy said earlier, I said I was just saying it last night. I was talking to a buddy of mine. We used to play hockey together, all this whatever, and smoke weed. But anyways, yeah.
that reefer.
I work at a bar, and so he came after hockey, and he had a few beer, whatever, and he came to pay for his stuff at the bar. And we were talking, and like he, like both of us, very much so, lost a lot of weight, and like have actually been like actively like doing shit. And like the thing is, he's asking me questions, and I was like, wait, 1 second. I'm like, man, I'm like, look at you. I'm like, what the fuck, man? But like a thing that we were both kind of like touching on is that it takes that like again, like I said, I think Jonesy was saying something similar to this, where it's like you can't just like go there and then like stop. You kind of like have to keep going. You know what I mean? And like that's the thing we were talking about last night, is like it's like and I did this myself, like so in the last 2 years, like literally almost to the day probably, I'm down 100 pounds. But in all of that time, I had ups and downs where it was like, oh, like I was with this girl for a while, right? And we were drinking a lot. We would eat whatever the fuck. We loved it. If there was cheese in it, put some more. You know what I mean? Like, and like, so I lost a bunch of weight, then went boom and kind of went back up and whatever. But the thing is that what I'm trying to get at is that it's like, if you aren't consistent with all of that, you're not gonna show the same results. So if you go, boom, I just went this 3 months with like no sugar and just eating like, you know, chicken and rice and like whatever, yeah, working out every day, yeah. Okay, cool. We can't just go, all right, I just lost 110 pounds, all right, and then just go, let's get a bag of beef jerky and fucking eat some hamburgers and like whatever, right? Because even just that, like 2 days of that, you'll see that over the next week where you're like, oh, I just gained another, like, especially me, I can go to sleep and lose 10 pounds, but like over the day, I could gain 15 pounds, bro. So like, cause like even too, like a gallon of water weighs 10 pounds. You drink a bunch of water, you know, whatever. But my point is like, you really have to keep going to get where you want to be. You know what I mean? Like it's not, you can't rest.
It's so true.
It's a
man.
mindset, man.
It's
Everything's a
consistency.
mindset.
Yeah,
And,
consistency, discipline. Yeah. Yeah, man.
The discipline. Do you feel like you're gonna continue to like not smoke weed? Will you go back into it at some point?
Right now, I kind of like it. You know what I
Do you?
mean?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I kind of like
What
it.
about it
and
do you like though?
Just my alertness now.
Yeah.
You know, and it took a while. Like it was like probably 2 or 3 weeks before I really felt like, okay, like I'm starting to come back now. You know what I mean? Like
just real quick too, when you say alertness, like like. Is,
like listen,
has your short-term memory
it's starting to get better.
Okay,
like it's starting to get better.
They make fun of me at work for it.
Bro, it's bad, and I'm like bad. I'm still bad with dates. Okay, we got to talk about that.
Okay,
that's something we got to fucking
you
talk
hit a
about.
nerve,
for
man.
sure,
Yeah, that's something common that everyone
like,
goes through when they quit smoking weed.
Yeah?
Is like having
Bro.
their vivid like realistic dreams come
I
back.
have
It's-
vivid realistic dreams though still.
Really?
But
I
mean,
don't,
like,
man. I
like,
don't fucking
here and
remember
there,
any of
like-
my dreams anymore.
Like I probably haven't dreamt for the last fucking month. But some days like I wake up and go, holy fuck, man! Like I was there. I was so there that I feel like I was there.
that only like
Anyway, sorry.
occasionally. You
No,
know?
man, like it's the craziest fucking shit, man. Cause like
So you've been like just real quick. You've been a month now.
about a month, yeah.
About a month, yeah,
I'm not
okay.
counting the days, but maybe I should.
Yeah, roughly.
But
yeah.
you know, like, and like, fuck, man, I'm not against it, man. I still love the taste of it and everything. And like, if I wasn't driving home, I probably would have hit that with you guys. You know what I mean? Just like, just a
yeah,
touch,
yeah.
like, you know, like
was
one,
in the
like, you know
air.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, right? And like,
Well, you used to be like habitual, like every day, smoke.
every
like,
day,
yeah?
all day, all night,
Okay,
everything. You
okay.
know what I
But
mean?
the
And like,
reason why I asked
big
is 'cause,
fucking
like,
bong rips, like
'cause
picking
I've
up a
considered
quarter every
just
day.
going
Like,
down to where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you got a joint going around. Oh, I'll have a puff. Or like, oh, you know, it's fucking after 9:30 on a Friday night. Yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
a puff your fucking joint or like whatever. So that's why I asked is because like so like when you say like, oh, I would have a puff for your joint, it's just because it's like that time. Whereas like it's like later, you know what I mean? Whereas before you would smoke all day.
kind of, yeah.
That's
And like,
like,
I
yeah,
feel
okay.
like at this point where I'm at right now, it could easily just be like a once in a once in a blue moon type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure I'd get fucking right fucked. That's why I wouldn't do it, because I got to drive home at some point. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And it's honestly, it's the same thing with booze now, right? Like, like I'm fine with this one beer, but give me two and I'll be tipsy, man.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
I'll be straight tipsy, right? And like
Is
that's
that because you don't drink very much?
I don't drink almost
Okay.
at all. Like,
Okay,
you
and
know,
that- it's funny
like
'cause
we'll
that
have
was gonna be my
like a
question was, yeah.
glass of wine like once in a while when we're having
Okay.
like a special night or something like that. And like that's pretty much it, you know.
Just
and,
to
like,
warm me up while you eat a
right?
steak or something.
And you know what's crazy about booze? Like as much as like it's the sugar and there's calories in it and everything like that, it's like the most dangerous thing about it is it lowers your inhibitions. Right,
Oh,
so
for
it makes
sure.
you
Oh.
it makes you cool with eating that fucking triple fucking Big Mac and the fucking big large fries, and it makes you cool with like eating at 9:30, 10 fucking
Yeah.
midnight and like
Well,
getting the munchies, like
but the
you know.
thing
like,
is that's not a isolated, like that's not like right now. That's not like the even worse part about it is it's not like, oh, tonight at 11 o'clock when I go fucking I'm gonna order Big Mac from fucking Uber Eats or whatever, right? Because I'm drunk, right?
Yeah.
Even tomorrow I'm gonna go, oh, I'm tired and I'm on this and I'm
That's
gonna
enough.
fucking. So it's not just right now over the next fucking
it lingers,
5,
man.
6, whatever,
Yeah,
8,
bro,
10
it
hours
lingers,
of my
man.
life. It could be the next 3 days of my life where I go, oh wow,
It lingers.
I'll just eat this thing. Oh yeah, fuck whatever. Or even too like, I'm the kind of guy too where I'm like, oh yeah, like right now I have a couple drinks, whatever. Yeah. So oh yeah, I have a couple drinks. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be like, well, I had some drinks last night, and like, oh, I ate that cheeseburger last night. So then it's like, oh, I'll do all those things again because like, oh fuck it, it's not cheat day, it's cheat weekend. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No,
but
I feel you.
a question I had too though was how many. So you said you were talking about your first event and stuff like that, whatever. But how many events have you
Like competitions?
entered in, or like yeah.
So I did my first one this summer that just passed. That was
Oh,
Ottawa
okay.
Natural Classic, yeah.
Okay.
And now
So they have like a scene like that around here.
Oh fuck yeah!
Okay,
Oh, fuck
okay,
yeah! It's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
decent too, man. And like once you get into that world, it's actually a really cool world. Like
Yeah.
it's camaraderie, man. You know, and like we're not competing against each other when we're out there. It's like kind of the coolest thing. You're competing against yourself like last week
time,
or last
yeah,
year or
yeah.
like whatever, right? You know what I mean? So like kind of like for sure it's cool if you go up and get a medal. Like one of the guys on my team swept the whole show.
Yeah.
Right, and he got gold in every category he was in, and then he got invited to nationals, and he did okay there and everything like that. Shout out to Zach Liberty Fitness, man, because he really killed it, man. You know, and you know he's still doing really good. You know, and like you know, so like props to him for doing that. But like I was never, you know, I was trying my best at least to not compare myself to him and not compare myself to like my boy G and like everything else, right? Because it's really just you against you
Yeah.
up there, right? And like I was super proud of myself coming from like I was never like huge, but like I started at 180 around this time last year.
Okay.
And well, maybe a little like January, February, whatever. But I was 180 like gross, like no arms, just a belly, like no
Yeah,
chest,
oh,
no
yeah,
nothing. You know what I mean? No abs, no nothing. And when I competed, I was at 145 about. Right. So
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah,
Oh, so you
and
like-
yeah, so lean down like that, but like
Okay.
also built muscle, built my arms up, like everything. So that was like a super super cool process, right? And like
So do you do a lot of cardio?
when
Is that a
during
thing?
prep we do a shit ton of cardio.
When you say prep, is that shit? Is it when you say prep? Is that like
Prep is like when you start getting ready for your show. So it's like usually like 16 weeks out from your show, like 4 months out from your show. You
like the
start
last 4
like
months type shit?
you're not bulking anymore. You're starting to slow down your calories. You're starting to do the cuts. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And
okay.
like you're starting to lose weight, and that's when you like start doing the treadmill, the stairmaster, and stuff like that. And it's quite a bit, man. Like it's
Okay.
you know I would be doing like an hour of weightlifting in the gym, and then probably like, depending on where you are in prep, like 30 minutes to an hour of cardio on top of that. And then you also you have to have your stretching, and then you have your meal prep, and you have if it takes over your life a little bit.
So
you know what I mean?
like quick question
Yeah.
before I guess
Yeah.
2 questions here is like your knowledge, like are you going by like what people are telling you, or do you have a little bit like knowledge yourself? And the reason why I ask this because I have a question, but I don't know if you know the information.
So the more you go, the more you'll learn, right? And it's you're only going to learn from other people, your own research. So now I would say I'm pretty knowledgeable. I do train people. I do train inexperienced people to lose weight, build muscle. You know, just feel better, look better. You know, and like. I have a couple golden boy clients that did really, really crazy well. Like I have one of my boys lost. I think he was up to 50 pounds in like 3 months that he lost.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? But also didn't just lose the weight, but like looked better. Like got bigger shoulders, got bigger chest. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, which was really, really good. You know, and so like I'd say I'm getting to be quite knowledgeable. I still have questions for my coach sometimes. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What question would you have?
Well, no, and that's it. Is I asked that because I have a question in the sense of like, so I've heard, and like so. I heard opposites, both opposites. I've looked into it myself, whatever. Yeah, but like with the cardio thing, I've heard people say. So when it originated, I watched this news thing. The lady went right into the fucking gym and was interviewing people, and the one person. So the person was on treadmill, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, okay, what are you doing here?" "Oh yeah, well I had the fucking whatever muffin or whatever the fuck today, and I came in here. I'm trying to work it off." And what the whole point was, what they're trying to say is like, oh, you think you like eat this or you do this and you're trying to work it off, but like what they were saying was that certain body types have certain like their body does certain things depending on the body type. So like someone like myself, right? So my body might be trying to like build a little more weight to keep my insides like isolated or insulated type shit. Right? So then when I go to the gym and say I go to the gym for the next fucking 16 weeks and I'm doing like mostly cardio and like kind of like what do you call it, the like CrossFit type shit, right?
Okay.
So then I go do this, but now my body, I'm losing all this weight, right? So and this fat, right? So now my body goes, "Hey, we're trying to keep that fat." So then my body kicks into this overdrive where they start like building like more fat. They're trying to keep more because I'm trying to take it away. So I'm taking it away and my body's building it. And so that's what they were trying to like push on this news thing, right? And then so like I said, since then I've seen other things go back and forth on either side, right? And just recently I saw a thing where they were saying like literally like cardio might mean nothing to you for losing weight, whereas like when you go to like build muscle, you might like that's when you're burning that fat to build that muscle. And like so my question is like so like do you think cardio actually really is beneficial to losing weight in the sense of like if I just like push cardio right now whatever for the longest time, not the longest time, but for like steady whatever, I'm just gonna like burn that fat?
So there's different answers to that, and like it's a little more complicated than that.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And like,
or do you believe the thing like I said, like what I'm saying? Do you understand?
So
like,
what I
have
think
you
what
ever
you're
heard that?
I think what
Like,
you're talking about is going catatonic.
Okay.
I hope I'm saying that right because it's
not like a brain dead thing.
If I,
yeah,
my coach
I was
wants
gonna
to-
say yeah.
No, but like when like for example, when you're doing your cardio, if you're not watching your heart rate, right? if your heart rate spikes up to like 160, 170, and you keep it there while you're doing cardio,
That's
your
huge.
body starts to freak out, right?
Okay.
And it's like, whoa, shit's going crazy. I'm gonna start storing stuff because I don't know if I'm gonna get this again. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna get like we're going in hyperdrive mode, right? Yeah, you know. So it's kind of like your body goes into like this fight or flight mode, right?
Okay.
And like you can like start storing fats and shit like that because of it, right?
So it might not be so much about cardio itself; it's how you're doing
There's
it.
different types of cardio.
Who's
right?
the dude that like I don't know his name? He
David Goggins.
David Goggins. That's what
the
I was
guy.
I don't
gonna
know
say.
why.
So he's the
I
guy
knew-
that went with Dana White, like changed Dana White's life.
Who's
like,
gonna carry
to
the logs? Who's gonna carry the boats?
Right.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
this dude like so
Yeah.
he's the one that's saying like I've heard
funny.
him say essentially that you burn fat at rest.
Yeah.
Right. So
You
it's like
can.
you or like that's so I don't know. He like basically he was saying I think what you were getting at is that like is it necessary to go and do a ton of fucking cardio to try and burn or fat or get slimmer?
Okay,
Or-
that
or-
doesn't sound like Goggins.
So
though.
what I'll do?
But yeah,
What I'll
Maybe-
tell you
maybe
is I'll
so-
tell you the answer.
Yeah, okay,
for
okay.
stuff like,
Please.
and maybe we don't have to get super scientific, but I can give you the answer, right? So if you have a, depending on what your goal is, you would do different types of cardio, right? So for me, it was to get lean, get my abs shredded, drop fat, and gain muscle at the same time. So like my sweet spot was, and it'll be kind of similar for everybody, but 135 beats per minute, slow, steady cardio. So like a treadmill incline is the king. Is the
That's
king
where I
of,
go,
the
'cause
king of weight loss cardio.
One I've heard
what's your
too for
incline
bigger
at?
guys too.
Yeah.
Incline's better because you're not hard on your joints.
Yeah,
right?
there's no
Like,
fucking there's no you don't have to run, like you don't have to hit those bikes and stuff like that, right? If your goal is to be an athlete
Yeah,
and to go faster for longer, go on the attack bike, go running, like go do shit like
Yeah.
that, right? And practice shit like that because your goal is performance, you know what I mean? If your goal is just a physique and to lose fat and have your six pack showing, and because everybody has a six pack or an eight pack, you
In
know,
there
that's
somewhere, yeah.
genetics. It's just in there. Yeah, it's just under
Yeah.
those layers of fat, right? If you want to burn your body fat, slow, steady cardio is the king. Keep your heart rate at 135 BPM, so monitor it the whole time. So I love my little watch and if you're on those treadmill machines or whatever, and they have the heart rates on
oh
it,
yeah, I just got.
honestly, don't even listen to those because they suck.
Yeah,
They're not accurate. The fucking machine's moving around.
I do
like
use
everything's
it. I
happening,
do
right?
use it, but the thing
Yeah.
is like I've literally gone like this. Boom. Okay, it says this.
Mhm.
Then I go fucking hard. I turn it up. I go
Yeah.
hard. Yeah. A couple minutes later, I go like this. I'm like, it's the same thing, or oh, it's less, or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, these got to be fucked. So they don't actually work like that.
This little guy's a Fitbit Charge 6.
Yeah.
It's like $130. They're cheap.
It's expensive, man.
And I mean,
No, I'm
for
just
a
joking.
watch,
I'm
like,
fucking
yeah.
joking with
But
you. Man. For a watch.
it
Come on.
buzzes. It buzzes when I hit 130, and so like I'm at 130, so I'm gonna be at 135 any second,
Yeah.
and then it'll buzz again when I'm at 140. So I'm like, oh shit, it's too much. Slow down.
So, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or to bring the incline down, or just slow down and just stay in that sweet spot. And you stay there for half an hour a day, you're gonna shred. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
shred in a few months. You know what I mean? If you're doing your diet too.
So
right?
so that's where you're kind of saying like what I was saying is when you like overdo it or when you like push it a certain way one way or the other, but if you get in that sweet spot, that's when you're gonna like
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. And it is like you are just burning calories. So you
Yeah.
can eat a muffin and jump on the treadmill and just burn it away.
Yeah,
Right. You know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
So if that's your concern, like if you're just like want to have a fucking shitty breakfast and you want to work it off and not have it affect you, yeah, sure.
You just
Jump
have
on
to do it
jump
right.
on the treadmill and you can get your back to square one. Right.
Yeah, okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? And like, but that's like the best way. Honestly, like weightlifting is the best way to burn calories.
Yeah.
But cardio is the easiest way to burn calories, right? And like just walking slow, steady on a treadmill, man. Get a good audio book, or I'd bring my iPad and watch fucking shows on it, or like
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and I just do that.
I
and just,
usually do like
lose,
I only
lose.
really do the only cardio I do like I'll do whatever 10 minutes on a bike, but I'll go up and down with the like resistance type shit. But I do that, but then I try to get my heart rate to like 140.
Yeah.
Then now I go to do my workout.
Yeah.
And like my only real goal on the bike is just to get my heart rate up.
Yeah.
And then go do my workout, and then I'll do like a little walk afterwards to like cool down type
Yeah.
shit. But like the most, like I said, the most cardio I do is just to get my heart rate up, and then I go, all right, yeah, let's go fucking lift weights, you know?
Yeah, and like that's like I would say reverse it, lift your weights first, and then do your cardio, or like do it at different times of the day.
Okay.
Because your cardio is going to take away from your weightlifting. You're going to get tired from it.
You don't warm up then, or do you?
I warm up for weightlifting. You don't have to warm up for cardio though. That is your.
Well,
that is
but
warm
see,
up,
that's
right?
what I'm saying is I try and warm up in the sense of like I get my heart rate going. So when I go to work out, when I go to lift the weights, I got my heart rate going, right?
No, I wouldn't worry about that. No. Like,
Just jump in and lift weights.
stretch.
Stretch, yeah.
Stretch to avoid injury.
Yeah.
And then a warm up for lifting weights would just be like you just don't lift all the weight that you can. You lift light. You just lift
do a
super light
first
at
rep,
first. Do like
first set.
20 reps of
Boom.
super
Yep.
light. Warm yourself up.
Which
like,
I
just,
do
you know,
like. I mean,
and then you hit
sometimes.
your.
With
So
legs,
the way we call
especially,
it,
I'll do pretty much everything with legs. I do a set with like the bar. Say I'm doing squats. I'll just do the bar.
100%.
But I'll do the bar
Perfect
like
warm up.
30 fucking times or whatever,
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Then boom, I'll
And
throw
then
the
you'll throw
weight
weight
on,
on,
and
yeah.
then I do it. Yeah. But with most other things, like I don't really like.
The way I do it is every exercise I do 2 quick warm up sets. Usually 20 reps each. Super lightweight. Then I'll do my top set. So that's my heaviest set. My heaviest set is first, technically, because I don't count the warm up sets, right? My heaviest set is first, and then I'll drop the weight, I'll kill it, and then I'll drop the weight, I'll kill it.
See,
And that's a quote
sometimes
from
I do the opposite. Is I'll go up.
A lot of people do that. That's more like strength training.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's more like strength training.
Yeah.
And you're probably doing less reps, like when you're going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's cool too. But that's just it depends on what your goal is, right?
Okay, yeah,
that's why I say it's
true,
like
yeah.
a little more complicated than just like.
Yeah,
Well, this will happen if you do this. It's like, well, what's your goal really? You know what I mean?
Well, and that's
like,
it. Is like
like,
even too like someone like you very much switch all that up. Like you, as you go throughout the year, you're going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking.
So every week I take pictures.
Weight, I'm trying to get stronger.
I take pictures every week in the same spot in the same light. I send them to my coach, and he'll let me know. He's like, "You're looking a little flat, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna add a cheat meal. We're gonna have you do this a little extra. We're gonna have to do this, or we're gonna back off this. We're gonna take some more rest days. We're
no
gonna,
more poutines.
You know what I mean? So it's like just like kind of like that, right? And like I hate to say it, but when we talk about that, diet is 80% of it. 20% of it is the cardio and the strength training and the lifting and stuff like that. That's like you can't out train a bad diet. It's just impossible. You know what I mean? Diet is 80.
Even
is
too, man. I
80%
find
of
the
it,
diet and even too like earlier you were talking about like when we were talking about you quitting smoking weed and stuff too, like how you felt about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would probably be very similar to this. Is that like I found with the diet thing, like lately over the last month or so, like especially too, like I'm at work and like I usually work like 5 to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So then like I don't have time to eat. I'm doing this, whatever. They made a fucking pizza wrong. I'll eat it real quick. And that's my fucking dinner, right? So I've been kind of slacking, whatever. But my point is like when you like really like drive, like when you really actually like do it and eat properly, it's insane how much different it is. Because even too, like I did over the last 2 years, I did probably everything you can imagine. All diet, no working out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all diet, little working out. You know what I mean? Like no diet, all working out. Like all the combinations, whatever. And I've seen it where it's like, oh, my body goes this, whatever. And like even too, it's like I have the same weight, but my body looks different. It moves around.
100%.
It changes where this and that and like whatever.
Man.
Yeah.
Like I'm back up to the same weight I was last year. I'm not the fucking same guy at all. It's a completely night and day, like complete 180. And like going back onto what Jonesy said earlier, which is interesting, is like marketing is fucking everything in the world. So you really got to be careful with like nutrition advice and fitness advice.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that'll make these crazy claims and crazy stories and sound so good because the video quality is so good and what they're saying sounds so like it makes sense and everything like that. Like one of these biggest trends is fasting, right?
I was just gonna say that being said, what do you think of fasting?
I fucking think it's bullshit, right? I think it's bullshit.
Really?
I think it's bullshit.
I'm
If you're talking about,
you're fired.
You know what? I think if you're talking, sure, it's gonna have like maybe some benefits for like.
Here I am,
you know, like cleansing your colon out and shit like that or whatever. But you got to think about what your metabolism does, right? Your metabolism, it shuts down, it wakes up, it shuts down, it wakes up, it shuts down, it wakes up, right? If you're just shutting your metabolism down all the time, do you expect to lose weight? Like, no, you're going to go catatonic. Your body's going to start storing fat stores and stuff like that. So like maybe a 24-hour fast, like every couple months or something could be beneficial for like cognitive health and stuff like that. But like, it's really not helping. And like the way I do it and the way I was trained to do it and the way my coach tells me to do it, which I'm going to follow, is eat every 2 or 3 hours. eat a meal every 2 or
And
3 hours.
So
Right, and it's like you're letting your
yeah,
metabolism
right.
just shut off, and then you're waking it up again, and it
So,
just shuts off, and you wake it up again.
I was
right?
looking
And I'm
at-
never hungry. I
when
never have
was-
the
when I
munchies. Never have
started
cravings.
taking the like protein and stuff.
Yeah.
I looked into like, hey, how much can I take? What should I take? Whatever. And they say every 2 hours your body can take in, you take 10% in grams of your body weight. So I'm to like 30-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
So then it'd be 23 grams of protein every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies used to have a weightlifting coach, and he said, yeah, you want to have like 6-7 fucking small meals a day every 2 hours. And so I definitely agree with that. But the thing is with the fasting thing is like, so I also understand that there's not like a whole lot of like proven like shit with this, but like
There's literally nothing proven.
but
It's
well,
crazy.
but like I lost
you
a
know?
lot of my weight though, like through this. But
Mhm.
like, but the thing is and when I say this too, like people go, "Oh, you're starving yourself." Okay, yeah. I went 3 days without eating food. I just drank water, right? But the thing is like I've done, man. I did 4 days, and I've done like I get to 72 hours and go, man, I could probably go another day, man. And like because
That's
like,
another
I don't
discipline
think-
thing too, though,
well,
right?
but
So I
don't
think if you can do that and you can get like if
But
you can
we-
force yourself essentially for 3 days,
But we don't eat out of necessity. We
that's
eat out of
facts.
habit.
That's
a
true.
lot.
Yeah.
So
for
I've
sure.
gone through 3 days sometimes where I go, man, I literally like I couldn't even like I don't want any of it. And like I just tried it. I just did a 3-day fast last week. The week before I tried a 3-day fast, I made it like 20 hours. A couple days later, I tried another 3-day fast. I made it like just over 24 hours. Then I finally did the 72-hour fast, whatever. But my point is it was easier before because I was already in the midst of doing these fasts.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the thing is what they say is that after 40, and man, I've hit 48 hours, and like you come on 40 hours and go, oh, this sucks, man. When you hit 48 hours, you go, boom, let's run a marathon, man. And then like, but then the thing is you, after 48 hours, your body starts producing 500% human growth hormone. It's like 1300% testosterone. And like they believe, and again, like I'm not saying this is facts. I'm saying that like the things I've heard, but I've heard this continued through all the things I've heard, is that so this all like doubles up, right? And they think the reason why is because back in the day, we would have, well, we would go, I'll go out hunting, right? We'd all go out, we get the animal, right? And we, all right, cool, yeah, and we bring it back to the
You have
village.
one
and
big
everyone-
meal and then you
yeah,
don't eat
everyone
for another.
share for a day. We went eat for a few days, and then now we build up this fucking testosterone and this growth hormone, and we go, yeah, well, we're going to fucking hunt again, right? And you go get this thing, and like whether any of that's fucking true, whatever. I like literally, I feel like I have benefited so much from fasting, and so I do a 3-day fast. Okay, boom. But when I go back after that, I eat chicken and rice, and I don't eat garbage. I don't drink, whatever. And like when I go back into that, it's not only did I lose like a few pounds over that 3 days, but then now when I go back, I'm continuously like losing weight for the next week because I'm eating right. I'm fucking working out, like whatever. And I've personally felt like it has benefited me.
Yeah.
I know a guy, he had, because they say if you do a 7-day fast, you can actually lower your chances of getting a terminal illness by 50%. I know a guy, he had MS, like multiple sclerosis
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, He had this, he had diabetes, he was like chunky. He was like not healthy by any means, man. He was always sore, fucked up, whatever. He, I will admit, he did change a lot in his life, but he did since like his like worst, he's done 2 7-day fasts. He has like no more pain from the MS. The diabetes, like he obviously has diabetes still, it doesn't go away, but he has had no like issues with like balancing shit. But again, like I said, he's also changed his diet and has started working out a lot, so like that probably has a lot to do with it. But he like really thinks like the fasting like really helped, right? And then at the same time too, myself, like I notice it, like it makes me feel better. Like when I go back and one time I did a 50 or 60 hour fast, and when I came back, I have the pictures in green in my head. I made this salad, The fucking chicken was perfect. Everything. I mean, I grated the carrots. Like, oh man, yeah. And I ate this salad, man. I ate it in the sun. Yeah, whatever. I ate it with my son in the sun, gang. And afterwards, man, I remember standing on my deck in the sun, and I felt like Mario whenever he eats the mushroom and he grows. I just was like, oh, and I felt every fucking little piece of nutrition from that meal. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh. So I firmly believe, like, not just from like hearing stuff, but also like actually doing it. I think that like the fasting has something to do with it.
I won't say that there's absolutely no benefit to it, because I don't fucking 100% know, and it's not proven.
And
but
I'm the same way where I'm like, I won't say it's 100%, but I feel
think about
it.
it though, like when you're fasting, like your body needs nutrients, man. Not just macronutrients, not just protein and carbs and fats. But like your body also needs micronutrients too, like your vitamin A's, your vitamin B's, your vitamin D's,
vitamins,
right? Like
you can take vitamins when you're fasting.
Of course you
and
can.
Drink mineral water.
But the best vitamins are going to be from your food, right?
Yeah,
and
true.
like when you're fasting, you feel like fucking shit. You get headaches, you're sluggish, you're until that magic moment where you know what I mean.
Right,
but
right,
like you know what I mean. Like so why would you like first of all. If my body's not responding right, like if I'm getting headaches and I'm feeling like shit and I'm sluggish, is it really doing benefits?
I've had times where I get super dizzy too,
you know,
where it's
right, you know, second thing, if I'm getting dizzy and getting headaches and shit like that, and it's fucking hard to go through those 3 days and I don't have to because there's another way to do it, how the fuck am I doing that? Like, you know what I mean? And then like the third thing is like you mentioned like your hormones, right?
Yeah.
Whoever fucking put that stat up is fucking full of shit. Because like if
I've
you're
heard
not
it from,
getting your
from
fats,
multiple different places.
I know, because they're trying to sell you some vitamin that is going to work when you're fasting. You know, it's typically it's typically what the answer is to that. But like your hormones are severely affected by what you're eating, and if you're not getting enough fats in your diet, your testosterone just goes like that. And I know because I'm a culprit of it. Because when we go into real prep, like our peak week and everything like that, I can't get hard anymore.
Okay,
You know what I mean? And it's because I'm cutting out everything. Like I'm cutting out fats, I'm cutting out sugars, like everything is gone. Like up until then, I'm still eating fruits, I'm still eating vegetables and stuff like that. But like when we're in peak week, there's no fucking, all we eat is asparagus, rice, like that's it.
Yeah, okay.
No eggs, no nothing. We'll eat egg whites. Like grossest thing ever, but like, you know, and like we don't eat anything else, like no micronutrients. And like you feel it, man. Like you feel dizzy, like you know, it's not a great feeling to compete, you know. It's like it's tough. Those 2 weeks leading up to your show are tough.
Yeah,
you know,
I like the reason I like fasting is for the healing aspects. So like I like fasting. The argument that I understand, at least in my brain, it says that you obviously have good cells and you have bad cells. You might have cancerous cells, you might have super healthy cells.
Bodily autophagy.
The reason why I like fasting, and I've never fasted, but I do believe in it. I also believe it to be mixed with herbalism, so it's not quite. It's a dry fast, but you're taking all the natural herbs, nutrition, shit that you're supposed to get. So again, in my brain, when you do fast, you start to kill off the fucking dead cells, the weaker cells faster. By the end of the cells, you just have healthy cells left on. Yeah, they are clinging for life, but the dead ones are going to die quicker.
Yeah.
See, that's
and like when we
too,
talk about that shit, I'm not going to argue that. It's like, I can tell you that I can't find anything like proven that says that, but people have been practicing that for thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the thing I forgot. The most important thing was the autophagy. So it gets at a certain point, it starts getting rid of like poisonous cells or whatever.
Fuck,
right?
I hope my coach doesn't watch this. He's gonna be like, Jessy, bro, like you should have fucking not said that. You should have said this. You shouldn't have said that. Like, you know.
I'm curious where this one goes, whether it's like nutrition, music, or whether it's other. But if you could have one conversation with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? All times.
Oh shit, bro. My grandpa.
So, bro, that was gonna be my second question.
My grandpa,
that was gonna be my second question. Was who's that guy? Who's the guy on your wrist?
That's my grandpa, man. Like, you know, so like, yeah, he was just like the man of our family. You know, like my dad wasn't around so much. You know, I was that kid like that. You know, I love my dad, like fucking funniest guy, good personality. You know, he looks like me, so he's super handsome. I look like him, you know. And like just a joy to be around. But like it was like, yeah, Jess, I'll pick you up on Saturday. And I was that kid that was out on the fucking curb waiting until 6 p.m. and then finally get a call, oh sorry, I got stuck at work and blah blah blah. Like, and it's just like fucking never got to see him, nothing like that, right? So he was like more like my dad. You know what I mean? I don't hate my dad or
Mom's
anything
dad or
like that.
dad's dad?
Don't get me wrong. That's my mom's dad.
Okay.
You know, like, don't get me wrong. I love my dad. Like, he's a good guy. He's one of the funniest guys in the fucking world. And, you know, but it just is what it is, right? Like, and, you know, so he was always there to, you know, what's crazy is like to discipline me, you know, and I'm really grateful for that. And, he was there for like to give me the advice that I never took, you know, that I should have taken, but now I'm starting to take it and shit like that, you know, and like, it was interesting. I had a conversation with my mom today. And I was telling her about how happy I am right now, right? Like I quit smoking weed. I'm doing dance class. I'm playing fucking my music's starting to get going and shit like that. And like I met someone super super special, and she's like super healthy and helping me grow and be like a better dude, you know. And I'm like so happy. And I was kind of zoned in on this girl I met, you know, and I don't want to talk about her too much because she's you know, I don't want to put her out there, but like
You
my mom
what
said,
you talk about.
yeah.
No, I'm just.
But like my mom said, that reminds me a lot of my dad, of your grandpa. And I said, how so?
Oh, shit.
How so? And she says, well, when he was 19 or so, he met your grandmother, and your grandmother was the same, was like that healthy, strong, like real woman. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
And your grandpa at that point in his life wasn't good enough for her. And like it was apparent, and like whether it's her that let him know or he just decided that or whatever, he wanted to be a better man to be able to deserve her, so he went into the military. And he went in the military for 5 years and came back a better man and then married her, you know, and he died her husband, you know what I mean? She's still a great woman, you know, and she lives like in the building upstairs from my mom, you know, and she's still an amazing person, you know, and and like just so like not just like healthy but like healthy, you know what I mean, like and understands like the nuances of shit, like, you know, and it's not like that toxic attachment like anything like that, right? And like so it's like it's kind of cool. I feel like I'm in the same boat that he's in right now. Like I met that person that like that I want to deserve this person, you know what I mean, because they add like so much value to my life in like so many different ways, you know what I mean. So it's like I want to go talk to him about that story.
Interesting.
That's what like I'm dying to, you know. I wish I could, you know.
Is there by chance one life lesson that you could share that he might have taught you?
That he might have taught me? Man. You can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. You know, it's like it's kind of your choice.
Dang.
You know, and I think most of us would, you know, choose the first one. You know, what is it? The former, not the latter.
Former, yeah.
You know, so like, you know, I think that was really good, right? And he like, you know, he was all about, you know, saving money and like, you know, being a good person, you know, and I've seen he's given everybody like good advice, like everybody, like not just me and not just our family. Like he had a lot of friends, and I would talk to his friends, and his friends would just be like, your grandpa is like the guy, you know, and it's just like fucking cool, you know. So like, yeah, so that's why I got him tatted big ass on my arm like that, and like, you know, it's like,
is that done at Sage by chance?
Jordan did that.
Sick.
Yeah, Jordan did that. Yeah. The cool part about this tattoo is that the bottom rose here, this is actually my hand holding that flower as I was lowering it into his grave. My grandma snapped a picture of it.
Dang.
And like Jordan was asking for pictures and stuff, and I was like showing all of these pictures, and he's like, "That's a cool picture. I think I could use that." You know what I mean? And so like that's really nice. So this is him in his military uniform.
Yeah.
And then that's me lowering the rose in his grave. This is just a pretty rose up here, you know, like, but yeah, super sick, you know. So like, yeah.
So just something I thought of just now. We were talking about your family and stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
Earlier you had mentioned something about maybe making a phone call.
Oh fuck. My phone's in my truck.
Oh shit.
Should I break and run and go get it, or?
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
You sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's gonna
do
be
that.
awesome. Man.
I can do that.
Yeah. If you want to though, like.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Okay.
For like running out and back in, should I knock when I come back in?
No, definitely not.
pull
Just
up,
try,
yeah.
just be quiet when
Oh
you come.
yeah, sorry. I should check with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. Shit, I forgot about the phone thing. Yeah. But it's funny, he was just talking about just relatives, and I was like, wait a sec. I'm like, wait, we're supposed to make a phone call. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I think that'd be sick.
Who's your one person?
Okay, wait, 1 sec.
Dead or alive, you could
dead
have
or
a
alive,
conversation with one
anything.
person.
Shit, you know what? The thing is, It's tough because it's like with his little story, I'm like, man, I want to say my mom. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of people, like, and like, because the thing, like, the reason why I say like, I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh fuck that, I don't want to talk to my mom, but it's like, you know, and I feel like we've talked already, So I'm like, whatever, yeah. Like, so I don't know, man. Like, I honestly, there's probably a better answer for this, but maybe like Tupac. And I know that's like feels like such a super simple answer, but at the same time, like I watch a lot of his stuff, him in interviews, whatever, and like he's not a dumb person.
No,
Like
Definitely not.
He is a very, very intelligent person. But the thing is like what gets me is like he's such an intelligent person. He came from this place where like he probably wouldn't have like if he didn't really have the drive he had, he probably wouldn't have gone where he went. You know what I mean? And like, so the thing is, I guess what I'm saying is his potential is so much more than what he
Hands down.
like his room
Then he
was
got to live
for.
up
You
to
know
it.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like his cage was only this big,
Yeah.
but his fucking like intelligence is like this. So he was only able to get to this point.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I just feel like he would have like you'd have something very
Something
good to
to
say.
say.
Even just like one question.
Yeah.
I feel like he would probably be like, yeah. And again, too, like I said, there's probably a better answer. In a week, I'll probably text you and go, this fucking guy. But I think that he would be the one, like, I don't know. Again, I feel like it's such a generic response, but it's
No,
also
but
like, it's like, that's it.
It's not a bad choice by any means. Pac.
What about yourself?
Pac was first off the top of my head. But I like, to be honest, I feel like he is my Pac of this generation. So I would go Nipsey.
Say a word.
I would go Nipsey first. And then my second one.
I thought of ODB at one point too, but
ODB would be hard, bro. My second one would be fucking. I shouldn't have swore before I said this guy, but Jesus. I'll go Jesus in my second one.
ooh, and also too, I forgot about Dead or Alive too, because like Elon Musk ranks up there.
Ooh.
Same thing as like even too, like sure I would love to have like an hour conversation with him, but even just like one question. I just
Yeah.
ask you one question.
I feel like
don't know,
Elon Musk, man, is like, sure, he's an intelligent dude. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think he's definitely like,
He's a businessman. He pays people to.
He's got a
to know
persona,
stuff.
right?
He pays
Like-
people to know stuff. He doesn't know it.
right.
He's
Yeah,
not-
100%.
yeah.
I think, like, again,
He's
he's
not a
got this
space
image
guy, he
of
just
being like
knows
a
the guys.
super intelligent, like super smart guy. And like, don't get me wrong, I bet he's quite intelligent,
Yeah.
and he has like knowledge about a lot of different subjects.
Bro, if you say who's one person alive that you could do mushrooms with,
Ooh.
it'd be fucking Elon.
Yeah, like that's for sure.
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn would be a good one too.
Yeah, I gotta do this.
What are you doing?
Sick.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Oh, you know what am I going to do with this? Well, I feel like we should have like intermission music or something going on
some
here.
elevator music. The fucking. Is it SpongeBob that would have the fucking 5 years later?
5 years later. Oh yeah. 2 hours later. This is too much joint for me at this point. I don't want to put it out either. All right, so I feel like we gotta get a song played pretty soon here too.
Yeah, we'll go from his we'll go from the phone call to the song. What's up, bro? Stylez said Tupac for his conversation.
Okay.
One
Yeah.
person did.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and
That's a good one.
I said Nipsey or Jesus, Nipsey Hussle or Jesus.
Okay.
What was yours, Jonesy?
I don't know. That's a tough question. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Well, we all pick dead people. It's just dead or alive, right?
Yeah.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Ooh. Bitcoin,
I
right?
want to know who that is.
Yeah, that's Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to have a
Okay.
conversation with that guy.
Dang. He started Bitcoin.
I want to get
Yeah.
paid, is what he's saying.
Dang.
Because I guess nobody knows who it is.
True.
right? Like
okay.
it's completely like anonymous, like pseudonym or like real, like nobody knows who it is.
We don't even know if he's alive.
Exactly, right? Nobody knows. So he created Bitcoin.
You think government knows who he is?
I don't know.
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
decentralized, so apparently not.
Yeah, at this point, like it's truly a mystery, and maybe someone out there does, and but like whoever it is created this network,
Yeah.
right? And
Not to
put
vanish.
1 million coins, 1 million Bitcoin, in a wallet, and said, right here, like if this ever gets cracked or hacked, it's there. It is. It's yours.
Yeah.
But he knows full well that you're gonna need fucking quantum computers to
Yeah.
figure that shit out.
With 1 million Bitcoin.
1 million
So
Bitcoin.
what is
yeah.
that in dollars?
Well, Bitcoin right now, I think is around 83,000 US. So it'd be like 8.3 billion,
Holy fuck! Is that 8.3 billion?
or is it like,
Hey, Meta.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
not his
really.
glasses
That's his
learning.
glasses.
or is it maybe like the 830 million, or I don't know. It's eight.
I feel like it's something crazy.
I don't have my phone on me. It's being used as a camera right now.
Okay, what was the question?
83,000 times
a
1 million.
Won't even give me the fucking.
Turn it sideways.
Okay.
Oh, you don't.
It's
don't have to
8-3
If
and then
your
a bunch
screen's-
of fucking zeros.
Well, fuck, what is 8? I've never seen an E come up on my fucking
I think it's 83 billion.
Turn it sideways.
It
That's what I said.
It won't.
No, turn it sideways. I promise.
That's what I said. He has his
go.
screen lock on or whatever.
Well,
Not going.
It's 83 billion.
83 billion. Yeah, that's what I thought.
okay,
Yeah,
I don't have the thing either.
that's crazy.
I could fucking use that.
So yeah, there's
Oh,
83
no,
billion
no, no.
dollars. This dude is just created and is now sitting in a fucking.
Just chilling.
Is he like giving us any or?
Well, he
Who
said
is
they
this,
asked me
though?
the same question as like, who's your person that you'd have a conversation with that are alive?
Who'd you say?
Satoshi
Easy.
Nakamoto.
Who?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Who's that? Nissan?
Yeah, it's the creator of Bitcoin.
Oh yes.
But like, it's the pseudonym, right? Nobody knows who it
Oh,
actually is.
now
But
that you
whoever
say-
it is, I want that. I want.
Now that you say that,
I want to know.
I think it'd be
some stuff.
like just as like when I say this, it's not like I dream to talk to this person, but like as like a novelty, like funny, like whatever is the guy who is, I think it's the guy from Ethereum. He's like that weird
Vitalik or whatever, yeah,
he's the
yeah.
one that's like weird as fuck. Like,
Yeah, he's
you know,
definitely,
he doesn't
like,
have to
autistic
say
or something.
anything or do anything. You just take a picture of him and you're like, that guy's fucking weird. I think just for novelty, just for fun, I think he would be fun to like interview or just ask a question to.
Some
So,
weird fucking guys out there.
I appreciate you running the car,
Yeah.
and I bet whoever this is will appreciate it too. Is your
Wanna give it a
aunt, or
try?
who is it? What's it?
It's
Is
my
the
aunt,
party,
yeah.
is
That's
the
your
party
aunt,
going
that's
on?
my
Where,
aunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it too. As I thought, I'm like, oh, it's late too. Shit.
Let's see. I gotta use
Um,
WhatsApp, so I just gotta figure out how to.
If you put her on speaker, you can
Well,
put her
let's
up to the microphone.
Here we go. I'm gonna
Wow.
go there. I gotta call him. All right. Start voice call. All right. Cool.
We could say happy birthday. though.
All right. Here, let's see if it's my uncle or aunt that answers. We'll see if they answer.
We out, yeah, baby.
Or G going long distance.
Good old WhatsApp. Come on, it's like 9 o'clock. Oh, that's like 10 o'clock.
It's like,
almost 11.
And they've been fucking. Yeah, they're in Playa del Carmen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's at a resort right now?
No, that's where they live.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So are you Mexican?
I wish.
Did
No,
you-
my aunt moved there a long time ago and just never came back. And she married a Mexican guy. And like, yeah.
Sick.
Come on. Oh, I'll be so disappointed if they don't answer. Oh. No. Okay, one more try.
Okay. I was gonna say we could try back. You can play us a song, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, we definitely got to get this guitar
Yeah.
being played.
Yeah. Beautiful guitar, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It looks
Thank you.
sick on camera too.
Yeah, it's
It's,
funny because I
yeah.
looked at it there. I was like, oh, it's fucking sick.
That's kind of like just chilling with me. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
sick.
It's like nicer with the light on.
Yeah.
I think.
You can't see all the dust on it.
Is there
from
more
mine.
frets on it than normal? Is it longer neck?
It's longer than a
Am I-
classical, but it's like not as long as like a true electric.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of in between.
Okay.
Oh, boo. That would have been fun.
Womp womp.
You never
Oh,
know.
wow.
Maybe they call back.
Yeah, they'll call back or we'll
Yeah.
try again. Oh, thanks, brother.
Cool.
All right,
Hell
so
yeah.
here, let me give you this.
Cool.
Oh yeah, we gotta switch the cord yet. Fire. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Jonesy. Is that long enough?
Oops, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I got this. Got this from the bank.
Nice.
Woo!
Never had the.
Is it motion picture or use? Is it
Stack of
motion picture
ones?
only?
I've never had the. No, it's real, but I've never had the like the with the like wrap on it. You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean?
Oh, I thought okay, so that is real.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's just all one. Whatever. Fuck. Whatever.
That's dope though.
But
Being a
yeah,
nice
it's
big
just like
stack
she
of
comes
ones.
out. She's like, here, yeah. She's like, do you want me to count them? I
Why
said,
ones though?
So I can like.
Throw them. It's like the tip.
But yeah, no, you tip with those, and then plus two, if you like wrap a few of them up, tip them $5. They're like, oh, I got a wad of cash. But no, I don't know. I just thought I'd get ones, and then once I left, I'm like, I got too many ones. But my buddy didn't get any ones. Actually, it's funny. All right.
Yeah, you should
story time.
stick these on either side, so it looks like you got a big old stack of hundreds.
Yeah. So
Just
it
throw them
was-
at me while I'm playing.
So Monday I went and I got this, right? So then Tuesday my buddy goes to the bank. We're going to Cuba together. Tuesday he goes to the bank and he's like, man, he's like, you took all the ones. He's like, there are no ones left. We live in a small town. And then the thing is he said they were getting some. They told them, they said, we're getting some in on Friday and we'll save you 50 ones aside and we'll put your name on it. Yeah. So when he went there today, he's like, they had a fucking thing with like a post-it note with my name on it, but there was no money there. And then they asked like this other girl, and she's like, yeah, she's like, oh, I sold it to someone, or like, oh, whatever, like, yeah, we gave it away, or whatever. And he's like, well, what the fuck? I was like, whatever, I'll give you some money then, or I'll trade you.
All right, it's time for some music. I want this guitar to be played.
Very nice.
You guys ready?
Yeah, man, go to town, brother. It's your show now.
Just do a little cover here. You guys might know it. You can help if you want.
We'll see. I know it.
Shawty, get down, good lord. Baby got 'em open all over town. Strictly biz, don't play around. She cover much ground. She got game by the pound. And paid is her forte. Each and every day, a true play away. I can't get her out from my mind, y'all. I think about the girl all the time, y'all. East side to the west side, pushing fat rides, it's no surprise. She got chips in the stash, stacking up cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, as long as she's got to have it. Baby, you're perfect 10. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, you gotta bag it up. She's got class and style, street knowledge by the mile. My baby never act wild, she's very low-key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes, yeah. Verb's the word, strings the verb. Love your curse, so freak what you heard. Yeah. Help me out. I like the way you work it, ain't no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, ain't no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, ain't no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I wonder if Raz is gonna give us a little freestyle.
Bro, why you put me on the spot like that?
You put me on the spot, baby.
I don't want to be on freestyle, unless I can read off my phone.
Here we go. Damn, it's the first.
Keep going.
Gotta bag it up.
Sometimes I lose myself, I cannot find my mind. I say that I'ma change tomorrow, but I don't even try. I think I might got bad habits. I say I'm doing fine. I think it's time I try to get sober, then I go get high. I gather all my problems, then I push them to the side. I replay all my fuck up, then I go and hit rewind. I'm a problem child, baby, I could use some therapy. Holding on by the last thread of my sanity. Mama, can you help me? Think I lost my mind. Retraced all my steps I cannot find. My head is spinning round and round like the do-si-do. Head is spinning round and round like the merry-go. Ups and downs, baby, life will come at you like a wave. I'ma ride 'em, baby, I ain't afraid to sing.
I like the way you work it, no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity. I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it. Woo! Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice boys, nice. That was fun. Hell yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
That was
baby.
sick,
Yeah, baby.
boys.
Yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
I wish I had my burr, 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 burr.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no sounds. Man,
You did a good one there.
shit.
That
That was shit. I think that was that was the
was
first,
fun, man.
That was the first.
was fun. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. We usually have one guy playing guitar singing, or one guy rapping, or now we got both.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
That
man.
was
Good
fire.
shit.
That
Fuck
was
yeah, man.
sick.
Thank
and
you,
a
guys.
good tune too. I like that.
Thank you guys. I thought you guys might like that one, yeah. We're talking about Backstreet Boys, now it's Blackstreet, so let's go, baby. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
I
That was a
like
lot of
that.
fun.
That was good.
That was a lot of
man.
fun, yeah.
That was sick.
Fuck yeah.
I would not be offended if you were to play some more guitar.
Want another one?
If you want. I mean, I'm not asking you to. I just see you're still holding it, and if you would like to, we wouldn't be mad. If not, we can call your aunt again.
We can give it a try. Well, I woke up to the morning sky first. Baby blue like we rehearsed it. When I get up off this ground, shake leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Alright. And I walk to where I'm shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green. For about a mile, I head into town, town, town in style. All my favorite colors, alright, with all my favorite colors, yes sir. My sisters and my brothers see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite color, yeah. My sisters and my brothers can't see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Take me to the other side, where the baby blues birds fly. Gray clouds, white walls, blue skies. We gon' fly, feel alright tonight, yeah. Help me feel alright, come on, yeah. Oh, and I walk to where I'm shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green. Least I can say to anticipate a homecoming parade, a wheat renegade in the morning, black dawn, yeah. With all my favorite colors, yeah. With all my favorite colors, yes sir. My sisters and my brothers see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, yeah. My sisters and my brothers can't see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Woo! Woo! Thank you, boys. Appreciate you, boys. Thank you.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color, purple. Easy one.
Oh, that's
Easy one.
Okay, first of all, it's my favorite color. Second of all, I've had 2 personal trainers. My first one's name was G.
No way. Oh, that's cool, man.
Shout
Was he
out G,
Spanish?
bro. Yes, he was. Sosa.
Is it,
Nice, bro.
Is
Yeah.
it
Nice.
G-E-E or?
Gibran.
Oh, okay, it's like initial G. Yo, that's yeah. No, that was original, yeah.
No, that's the Black Pumas.
I don't even know.
You should have
yeah.
told him yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should've
yeah.
said it, yeah.
No.
I wrote that.
No,
I
that's
wrote
the
that in the
Black
truck
Pumas.
while I was waiting on y'all.
No, I'll
Sick.
bring you guys some originals next time. I'm still polishing some stuff, waiting to release some stuff. So like,
Can you guys guess my favorite color? Just look at the screen.
Orange.
red.
He's got it, man.
He's got it. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
the toque and the logo, right?
Yeah. I feel you.
But the funny thing is actually the logo wasn't even really my idea. I think it just popped and it happened like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I just was happy about it. I just went along with it, yeah.
Orange is good too, man. Orange is great.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Fuck it.
Shit, man, you are quite fucking talented.
Thank you, man. I
That's
appreciate
sick,
that,
man.
man.
No,
That,
that's-
honestly, that means a lot. Like
that's
that means
fire.
so much, you know.
Yeah, man.
So like like I was saying, like just kind of recently getting back out, and like
Yeah.
I've been playing this for fucking many years, like living
Do you
room
have
warrior.
any music
so.
that's like put out on something that you could tell them to go look at it, or you don't?
Well, you know what's crazy? No, I can say like go follow my Instagram, Jessy Deelishus,
Yeah, you got videos and shit, yeah.
JESSY I got a bunch of stuff on there. I'm really like actually pissed off because I used to host a bunch of original stuff on a site called yourlisten.com. It's just like kind of like a cool free community of musicians and stuff
Bandcamp
like
type
that.
shit?
Exactly,
Like,
kind of thing.
sick, yeah.
One day it was just gone, and
Oh,
it was
well.
just like super unfortunate.
You
but
didn't have like any.
that's where I backed up all my stuff.
That was all of it. Oh, that's
So that was like
so-
a hard lesson to learn is to like don't do that.
You're like back to Pornhub.
Basically,
I'm gonna binge
basically,
for a
yeah.
week here.
So-
Super upsetting, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how she goes, you know.
Shit.
But yeah, man, fuck, that was fun, boys. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
man,
Thank
no,
you for
it's
that.
sick.
Thank you for jumping in on your freestyle, bro. That was
Yeah,
sick.
no, that was-
Put me on the
yeah.
motherfucking spot.
I did,
was-
buddy. I
yeah,
did, man.
no,
I
and
did.
Works well under pressure.
Yeah. Well, not only was it sick, but at the same time, like I said, I think that was the first. I think.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't think anybody's really.
I'm happy to pop the
collab
cherry.
Like that on here. Yeah. That's sick. But like, yeah, man, we appreciate you coming through, and I honestly feel like we've only scratched the surface.
It's
here.
crazy, eh?
So like,
Yeah.
you know, and like we're all the time, but at the same time, man, you're always welcome back. And
Next time we got to talk about the
there's-
dreams.
Yes.
Let's,
Yeah.
let's save that for the
definitely,
next time.
yeah,
That'll be a
100%.
good one.
We-
That'll be a long conversation.
Yeah, and the thing is these people already know I have told so much about my dreams. I'll sit back on that one.
No, you won't.
No, well, no, I'll try my fucking hardest.
You can sit back on stuff.
But yeah, all right. But yeah, no, yeah, like I said, I feel like we have only scratched the surface, and we're like, fuck, probably 2 hours. But we appreciate you coming through, and fuck, man, you're welcome anytime.
Man, I appreciate
I
you guys
think that
having
was
me. That was a
sick,
lot of
man.
fun. I'll come
Yeah.
back anytime, man. It's awesome.
man.
You guys have got something cool here.
Fucking right, thanks.
Appreciate
Oh,
man.
yeah, man. Hell yeah, man.
Again, just real quick, I know you just said it, but tell them where to find you.
You find me on Instagram, Jessy Deelishus, JESSY DEELISHUS, Jessy Deelishus on Instagram. Yeah. Or if you want my fitness stuff, Jessy D Fitness. Just the same. Oh yeah.
It's gang shit. Oh yeah, spell your name all fucking weird. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I'm just
Yeah.
joking. I spelled my the with an A. and Stylez with a Z. So you know, we out you, baby. Any motherfucking way. Shout out to our sponsor, Skittles, soda, and stuff like that. Whatever the fuck. But anyways, no. Thanks for tuning in. It's a gang thing. I'm Stylez the Prophet.
Brad's home.
And I'm Jonesy.
This is the 4G Audio Podcast, episode 267. Apparently, as people are telling me, and we want you on the next one. Come check us out, gang. See you soon.
Gang.
Peace.
Peace.